You're gonna in a minute because I just hit the live button.
I got to make sure this thing's muted.
All right, here we go, Stevie.
It's still awesome every time you do that.
Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Friday night kicks it off. Hopefully, if Stevie's not going up north, he'll have a chat tomorrow night, and nice, you know what I mean. So we kick off the Memorial Day weekend, and so to all the veterans that passed, giving us our freedoms to do shit that like we're doing right now.
Right.
Thank you. Hey everybody, how we doing? We got the regular crew in here. I don't know where Ohio is. Probably working, or he just knows it's Friday night. And he's not going to show up. He'll just show up on Saturday night, and that's okay too. You know, no, I'm just breaking Ohio's balls. You guys know that. What's everybody doing?
Chilling.
Chilling like villains.
Yep.
Chilling like villains, and we have the lady up top being a mama.
Susie's hiding off camera tonight.
Where is she? She's hiding off camera. Please tell Susie we said hello.
She's alive.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, it's your birthday, Susie?
She had a birthday last week, I believe.
Oh, fucking, we missed
Happy
it.
belated birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. I can't do that. I did that before. I can't do that again. Nope. Happy birthday, Susie.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope Numbnuts was nice and took you out for a candlelight dinner, and you know.
She's going to take the fifth on that.
Let's before so you know what, I'm gonna go ass backwards, but in case you're listening at home and you don't know who the hell we all are, we have the wonderful young lady with the most beautiful baby in the world, Miss Gunpowder Beauty, that way, right beside me. Right below me would be the Fatwood Queen that you guys know, Shalisha Shell. Beside her is Mr. Stevie's woodworking. What's the homesteading name?
With a video up, by the way. Nice, real effing long one.
So, good, because you know what? No offense, guys. I can't stand a 6-minute video. I hate them.
Me
Sorry.
either.
My bad. Sorry. Stevie, glad. It's good to see you. By the way, while I got you, you are going to do a chat tomorrow night, bro?
Yeah, if everything goes right, I will.
All right, there you go. So you guys, I'll remind you at the end of the chat. But for those just listening, head over to Stevie's channel tomorrow night around 10-ish for that. And last but never the least, the wonderful and beautiful Miss Dish.
Thank you. Oh, you guys make me feel so good.
So let's who's been in and out. Miss Dish was here. Miss Dish was the first one here tonight.
Well.
And look at that. Stevie. She says whatever. Do we know somebody else that starts a chat with whatever?
Mr. J. Watterson, 69.
Right. Prepping to endure. What's going on, bro? Great to see you, man. Mr. Alicia Shell's in here, like I said, with us. Mr. J. Watterson. Damn. Mrs. Mikey laid that smack down on Mikey. I'll get to that. J. Watt, how the hell are you? Good to see you, kid. You know that. Trevor, what's going on, kid? It's getting there, Trev. They gave me a new one. Today. But it's getting there. Good to see you, Trevor. How's everything up there? What did I just do?
You're giving me extra bonus points.
It's going to be a long night. Well, Susie did streak the stream in her birthday suit.
What?
Really?
Your shirt looks nude.
No, it's not nude.
Sure.
Did I miss another naked woman on the fucking chat?
Right?
Naked right now.
God damn. Jay, what do you think? Dish is wearing pants. Should I have her stand up?
I have shorts on.
All right, so you can stand up.
Pants.
Hey, you know what, Jay? What? She's got shorts on. I say we make her stand up with the orange parang in her hand.
Yeah.
Short shorts.
You know what I mean, Jay? What?
Put your leg up, your knee in the air, Captain Morgan stance.
So you know what sucks? I don't have two hands and I can't make this thing go equal. Oh, this is gonna bother me because my headphones they're not equal. Oh, this is gonna
You got one on your jaw and one on your ear.
I know. But
Dish, would you reach over there and help him out?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
my
figure it
Lord.
all right, that's my right ear. So this is my left one. No, I just rested on my shoulder. Push it down onto my shoulder.
Look at
That's a
that.
little bit better. Everything's great up here. Kind of sad day. Tomorrow, Gage's last day of hockey for this season. Oh, wish him luck for me, will you please?
Right on. And tell him not to get hurt on the last freaking day of the season.
Right.
Yeah, too much of that shit going around. Trust me. Dish is pant and pant. Wow.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Gunpowder, did you know that?
Did I know what?
Did you know that Dish is pant and pantyless?
Well, I heard that it was jam out with your clam out kind of day. I didn't know she's gonna take it so freaking literal though.
Right? Wow.
Apparently, I'm being summoned to whip a tit out, so I
Gotta have
got stuff in bed. I'll be right back.
What? I'll watch. No, you know why, Dish? I can't because I need at least one arm and I don't want to break it on another fucking
No,
day.
you don't.
Or have anybody break it for you.
Yeah, because you know what that means, don't you? That'd be like this. And then I'll be like, honey, can you come wipe my ass, please?
Oh, Lord. Just shoot me.
She wouldn't. You know what she'd do? She'd go out and buy me a bidet.
Yep.
Get out in the yard with the hose.
Oh, shit, right?
Get one of those bathroom sinks that you can actually pull out all the way to the toilet.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
I got one.
Fresh.
Dish, can you move the part in your hair a couple of inches to your left? We need to see the Jessica Rabbit look.
I don't know about all that.
Fucking JY. God damn, I wish you did. I wish you did fucking chats, my brother. Yeah, it's just too much. That's fucking funny. That is funny as shit. All right, so J-Wad asked, I took a tumble at work and I fell off my truck face first. I should say arm and face first. But you know what's even funny? I don't have any scratches on my hand there or there. So I landed like that and then bounced my face off the parking lot.
You know,
Broke my elbow, hurt my beautiful face. And
Work's going to start thinking you're planning this shit just to say on Dick words.
right? and then I got a concussion, and I broke my left elbow. So,
Ouch.
and that was Wednesday.
I bet you wasn't funny one iota, was it?
No, and there's a squirt bottle and a rag on a stick. J-Watt, thanks, brother. Me too. I'm just trying to piss out all the drugs they put in my system. Because let me tell you, my liver's working on overtime right now. So, but anywho, so this is school. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm not going up north. First of all, it's going to rain tomorrow anyway. But
Right.
I can't do the trailer like this.
No shit.
So I'm gonna sit home. The only part that's gonna bother me is gonna be Monday. It's gonna be about 90, and I was told don't stick anything down there to scratch. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
They told me I can go out and buy like when you get the sneezes in your eye, when your tears, what do you call that shit? With the flowers and shit.
No, hay fever medicine. Claritin.
Claire.
Yeah, like allergy medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Benadryl, or any of those.
Right.
What my mom used to do for my
It'll take the
poor little
itch.
nephew that was in a body cast from the waist down.
Ooh.
She used to put the crevice tool, the little skinny tool on the vacuum cleaner, and stick it in the end of the cast and just suck the fresh air through it. And it got all that dust and stuff out of there and really helped with his itchies.
Cool.
No vacuum cleaner.
Jay Watt. Jay Watt. Trevor Fillmore said, when I broke my thumb on my right hand the next morning after my morning dump, couldn't figure out how to wipe my ass with my left.
Oh,
Had to shower.
Oh, man.
That's awesome, Trevor. Because you don't think about it, right, Trev? Trev, I'm with you, bro. Bro, I'm with you. You know why? We ordered out tonight. I ordered 3 subs. This one particular place we order a sub shop from, if you don't say, I want a roast beef sub, they put it on a hamburger roll or a bulky roll.
oh, got you.
Thank God they were assholes tonight and gave it to me on a bulky roll. Because how do you eat a fucking sub? Because I can only go so far to the mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but you don't think of shit like that, right? So I totally get what Trevor's saying, because you don't
Right.
think, you just, you know.
I can't tell you how many times I've been screwed both hands. And I just had to push through the pain to do whatever I needed to do. But all these surgeries on the arm for dialysis and
Right.
Right.
stupid tendonitis and having to walk the dog, I feel sorry for anyone, man. Pain.
Gerald B, how the hell are you? Good to see you, kid.
Cool.
Oh,
Good to see you. Jezza, where were you? You could have helped me out, for Christ's sakes.
Right. All you gotta do is just flop that sub on the counter and get a little short stool. Just eat it off the counter like a shark.
He's like,
Arr.
By the way, great video this week, Jay Watt says.
Yeah, I tried.
Don't tell me I missed yet again another dish video.
Yeah, those real long ones.
Yeah, they're yeah. If you don't, she pulls them, puts them up, and pulls them down. If you're not on it,
Right. It's gone.
keeps them coming back for more. Right.
That's all right, Jezzo. I got there early, went right to bed. I was tired. I was in bed at like, I got to the hotel, I don't know, 6:30-ish. Jumped in the shower, went downstairs for 7, grabbed some cookies, because they have cookies at 7, and they're really good. Grabbed some cookies, had a smoke, went back upstairs, I went to bed. Wait, what? Shalisa's comment was going in a different direction. Jay Watt says.
I was thinking the same thing, Jay Watt. Try some beans at Gerald B. He said he had no gas.
Yeah, no gas. Have some beans. You want some beans? Franks and beans? And Jezzo's a big guy, too. He could have had enough gas to come all the way down to see me.
Yeah. Franks and beans.
Speaking of beans, and speaking of that, right, Jay Watt? So obviously everybody knows how I love watching the hot tenting videos. Okay. And then there's a few of them that I'll watch that aren't solos, right? So there'll be a couple of guys sharing 2 or 3 guys sometimes sharing a hot tent. Can somebody please, for the love of God, tell me the reasoning behind 2 things? 1, first video I watch, well, I'm not poking fun because this used to be my dinner growing up as a kid on Saturday night, hot dogs and beans. However, I wasn't in a 92-degree tent, 10 by 10 tent, 12 by 12 tent with
Right.
2 other guys. Or chili. What would possess you to eat those foods? I mean, seriously.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to use their noggin.
Exactly.
You know? But, mother of God. You know? But anywho. Ow, sorry about that. But, and besides, pickled egg works better for gas with me. Oh, well. Pickled eggs are good. I'll give you that. Fuck, I ate my whole jar all by myself.
Oh man, can you imagine how bad that would stink?
Pickled
I
eggs.
can't.
Guys, there was nothing.
I can't.
Pickled eggs.
That's like mayonnaise for dish. I just can't.
Do you guys know what deviled eggs are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I love deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs, same thing. I can
Yeah.
eat 900 of those, and let me tell you something. The next day, forget about it. It's awful. and then when I drank, so one
Yeah.
night I went down the American Legion in my hometown, and I was at work, and I get down there, of course, to have a couple of beers or what have you. I walk to the door. I sit down, buy around. I'm sitting there, and the bartender says, "Mike, did you eat?" I goes, "No, I haven't." She goes, "Well, I said, sure, whatever you got, honey, I'll take it." Kid next to me says, "Hey, Mike, pickled eggs down the end of the bar." I says, "Oh yeah?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "I got $50. Says you can eat that jar of pickled eggs." I goes, "Dude, this ain't a hot dog eating contest. I'm not gonna sit there and stuff fucking pickled eggs in my mouth."
Right.
He goes, I goes, "Come on, well, yeah, I just got here, bro." He goes, "Mikey, there's like 15 pickled eggs in there." I said, "You want to pay me $50 to eat them?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Give me the $50." He goes, "Oh no, you got to eat them all." I said, "Oh," I says, "I'm not going to get all 15 in my mouth." He said, "No." I said, "How long do I have?" He says, "You got at least 2 hours." I'm like, 2 hours, dude? Are you kidding me right now? 2 hours?
Give me 15 minutes.
Not even. I was doing 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3, beer. Having a smoke. She gave me some more food, right? Because that back then, you know, you can get food at the bars and stuff, at the private bars and stuff.
Sometimes.
And right, so I ate that, and I'm looking right at him, going, 3 more, bud. Right? He just gave me the $50. He knew I was going to do it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Pickled eggs are the best.
We had a jar of pickled bologna one time, and after that got all empty, my dad got the great idea of throwing a bunch of hot dogs in there. What a mess!
Yeah.
That was just nasty. All that grease coming
Okay,
out of
so
the oh.
you know the jar of like sliced jalapenos? You go get, once you've emptied out all the jalapenos, save the juice and go get summer sausage, slice
Right.
it up and put it in that jalapeno juice, and it is freaking amazing.
Wow.
Really?
I'll eat that today.
Red Hats.
Jesus Christ, Trevor. Trevor went to the gas station the other day,
Oh,
filled up, got 15 gallons of gas, 3 5-gallon containers of high test yesterday. $120.
oh.
Wow.
Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mikey ate the whole jar. Yes, I did. Yada, yada, yada. The best part is that Mikey's girlfriend at the time made him sleep in the fucking basement. Because we had a finished basement, and she looks right at me. She goes, "Where'd you go?" I said, "Hon, you came to the Legion to get me. What do you mean? Where did I go?" I said, "Don't you remember playing darts with me?" She goes, "Yeah." She says, "But where'd you go first?" I go, "I was at work." And I think she couldn't understand whatever. And I'm like, "Hon, I ate pickled eggs." And she goes, "You asshole. Get downstairs with the dog."
Oh, damn it. My keyboard ain't working again.
Yeah.
Corksacker.
I thought you didn't need to stick up the keyboard anymore.
it works and then it don't work. And
I hate that. It sounds like my goddamn cell phone.
well, if I open up the little battery compartment and roll the batteries around a little bit, then it starts working like a mofo. So it's stupid connectors. I need to get in there and just weld them.
Yeah, really.
I can see it now. Stevie, get the.
There it is.
Need to get one of them dusters, clean it out, and quit dribbling food on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
So who has videos out? Stevie and Shalisa?
Yeah, I know Schliess's. I just seen it when I was looking for your
Okay.
live stream.
I've been trying to put up a Fatwood hunt every Friday, Fatwood Friday.
All right, so you guys, if you haven't seen Shalisa's new video, please go and check her new video out and check out Stevie's. But go to Stevie's Woodworking in Homestead. Don't go to, what do you call it? Go to Stevie's Woodworking in Homestead. And, check out his latest.
Somebody typed in Stalker Steve the other day and said my channel still came up, which
It
is
will.
cool. No, I actually made a Fire It Up Friday video this week, and I forgot to post it today.
Oh no.
Oh
But
no.
there's still
I
time.
always search hashtag Fired Up Friday, and then I search hashtag Fatwood Friday, and I try to watch everyone's.
Susie suggested, I'm trying to figure out how to get the hashtags above your title.
Yeah, how do you? No.
I can tell you.
Because that really helps the circulation.
Put it in your description at the way bottom or somewhere in the middle. Just say hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag. It'll say your first 3 ones right up there above your title.
But
Nice.
I
Thank
hashtagged
you.
on my last video. No, my last video, I think the ice fishing video, I hashtagged it and it didn't come out. I hashtagged in the description.
In the
I don't-
description or in the tags?
In the description, they told me not to tag because tags don't do shit.
You can actually, it's encouraged to do hashtag in your title and in the description. Keep
In the
trying.
description.
Don't give up on it. Some things are weird.
Okay.
But keep trying. If I don't put a hashtag something on my video, it automatically puts my post office box number up top, because in all my videos, it automatically gives my post office box mail,
Huh.
and it'll pick up that, number
Right.
sign.
So
And I
if I put my P.O. box up there, will I get a hatchet in the mail too? Just saying.
Hang on, Trev. No, Trevor wants to know. Anyone see the video I put up a couple of weeks ago of striped bass fishing on the mirror dish?
Merrimack,
No,
Miramachi,
thank you.
Mitchie.
River.
Mitchie.
I did not, Trev. Well, I'm having an issue. I'm gonna have to. Shit, I don't have.
I just went to Trevor's channel like last week and watched some of his vid,
Dish. Good, Stevie.
and it didn't show up in my feed. Damn it.
Okay, so then I'm not the only one having an issue. Hey, Dish. I
Yes.
hate to ask you this publicly. It sounds like a tot. But because I'm having a couple of
Yes.
do you think that you can maybe text me and say, Mikey, watch Trevor's video?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
Everybody text him and say that.
Yep.
What the fuck?
So I will, though. 'Cause that's awesome, striped bass. I love striped bass. It's great eating fish. Those I don't fillet, though. We didn't fillet
Fight.
those. We whole, slice the belly, gut it, and then fill it with everything goddamn thing you want.
They fight like hell too.
Yeah. You got it, Stevie. Jay Wazen says, hashtag mayonnaise.
Yeah, I see that.
Poor Dish. That's like, Dish, you know what that's going to be like? That's going to be
What?
like the $8 lure.
The $8 lure. Yep.
Just saying.
Never
Oh,
gonna live it down.
Oh,
Hey,
and
did-
speaking of $8 lures,
Did you like that cake I put in the room the other day, Dish?
So
Wasn't
Dish,
that delicious looking?
yes, that cake was awesome.
Dish, did you see Joe and Zach Survival's opening fishing video?
No, I missed it.
He copied me.
Did he?
Yep. You know why?
What did he do?
Because he went out and bought one of these. That's like my favorite fucking spinner.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So here's what my wife made a mistake last Sunday. Can we go buy plants?
Can we go buy plants?
Plants? Well, I want to buy tomatoes and blah blah blah. I said, I don't know why you just don't do it yourself. But yeah, all right, come on, I'll go. And she goes, what? I said, yeah, honey, I'll go. She goes, you're not gonna smoke in the car, are you? I'm like, nope. And she goes, and you're willing to come? I'm like, yep. You know why? Because I knew I was gonna buy these. I'm such an asshole. But at least I admit it. Ow, 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 ow.
I thought you were Dish was going to say because Mikey's always willing to come.
No.
Mikey, don't get sidetracked and watch those bikini fishing videos. No shit.
Right.
We have stripers in the Penobscot River in Bangor. I know, buddy. Yep. I don't go that far for the stripers. You know how far I go? Right down the river here. Right to the right. I have to go past the dam. They do have a fish ladder for them, but if I go past the dam in Lawrence, Mass, I can catch all the stripers I want. And by the way, this thing, that spinner with the white, that he uses it. Just what's Joe from Joe and Zach Survival. He uses it for pike fishing.
Oh sure.
Yeah, he's strictly like a pike fisherman, but I've caught bass on it, and they're catching stripers on these.
Good old willow leaf.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm on that. Do you guys ever hear of an app called Fish Brain?
Oh yeah, I have that on my phone.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I have to add you because I'm on there too.
Yeah, I'm following you on there actually.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't even know.
I'm sorry.
Stalker.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry.
Hey,
You got
that's
a 30
cool.
He got a 34-inch fucking.
I know it.
striper.
That's awesome. Big old striper.
That's huge. Mikey, you ever fished a buzzbait?
Oh, let's not get into the particulars again, please.
No. Why? I know what a buzzbait is. That's
I
one that twirls on the top of the water. No, I have not. You know what this is for, Steve?
Too funny.
Eaters.
Look what he's showing.
After
Susie just bought a tube of that.
Yeah, but after I bite her. No, just kidding.
After bite.
Oh.
I used to go to Sea Sport catching mackerel off the pier, then cut them up. Yes, a lot of guys do that, Gerald B. A lot of guys will catch well, let me say it this way. A lot of guys are northeast, I should say. They'll go out and they'll catch mackerel, right? Or they'll buy it, one or the other. You can buy it frozen, and or you can buy it live. But you know what I mean. You get the logistics. But they'll cut them up, and they fucking hit that mackerel. I don't know, because maybe I'm thinking because the mackerel is oily and leaves like a
scent trail.
Yeah, like a slick in the water, you know. But
Kind of like Mikey swimming after he eats a bunch of pickled eggs.
yeah. Sometimes it hurts though. The pickled eggs after the next morning, it hurts. It feels like I'm giving birth to 50 eggs.
What?
Let me tell you. And the way I'll tell you what though, she didn't do it the way I did it, which is fine because hers came out better than mine anyways. And one of these days I'm going to make another batch. But she had put jalapenos in hers and garlic. What else was in that fucking jar? Obviously the regular pickle and obviously all that. But then all right, don't laugh. I remember seeing a green,
Dill?
was it dill dish?
Probably.
Is it about that long?
It can be, yeah.
real leafy and frilly.
Yeah, it was in the jar. My dill I just used came in a
Powder.
regular spice bottle.
Sure.
That's how I did it. But is that what that was? Was dill?
More than likely.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the bloom on Queen's lace. You know, that big white bloom,
Yes,
but it's green.
but it's green. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's what you call some dill weed.
but they were
Yeah.
nice. Mine, I was told I didn't let mine go long enough because, and I went 9 days. And they also said I should have, what do you call it?
Weighted the eggs down.
Right, because mine came out slightly grayish, so to speak.
Okay.
Not gray, maybe gray. I mean, there was nothing wrong with them; they were edible and all that. But
Oh, the
they
eggs
weren't
turned?
they weren't as white as my T-shirt, like the
Gotcha.
other pickled eggs I've had.
Right.
You know,
I remember that video you made.
with the pickled eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was either the same video, or the video before you said something to Big Dog Leather, and you accidentally called him Big Dog Leather.
Yeah. Psst, Mikey, get yourself one of these lures. Keep it a secret. Why can't I click? Oh, because I'm not on the YouTube side of it. Hang on, let me go on YouTube. Jesus, I hope I don't get kicked out. Stevie, when you do the chat, does it tell you not to open up YouTube when you have StreamYard open?
No, I have a real computer. Well, I'm just saying.
Dish, she's making fun of me.
No, I just don't like laptops. That's when I'm scared about going up north. I'm going to have to get a laptop so I can, if I don't have internet near my cabin or my house, I'll have to go to like McDonald's or something and use their Wi-Fi to upload videos. So I'm going to need a laptop. So I'm going to have to try to find a super laptop for editing and stuff.
Hey, Jay, what is that going to be for pike or the bass? Do you think we'll hit that?
That'd be great for bass. They love mice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
okay. I'll try it. Don't laugh, Jay Watt, right? But I watched a video of a guy, and he was fishing for pike. And what's the pike's cousin? Not pickerel, the bigger one.
Muskie.
Thank you.
Sorry, Steve.
And I believe he was either in Wisconsin or that. Oh, I can't do it now. Hang on. Yes, I can. He was in that. He was in that state.
That state.
And it's gross, but it worked. He used a duck lure.
Yep, I've seen ducks.
It was about this big or so. It was bright yellow, like almost fluorescent yellow. And it's probably the same size as that mouse lure that of the length that Jay Watch just sent.
I've seen those duck lures like 5 or 6 inches long.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this muskie hit it, and I was like, "Look at the size of that fucking fish."
Scary.
I've never seen a fucking freshwater fish that big.
They remind me of a barracuda.
True.
Yeah. They get they've got the teeth of them, don't they? Right? Like is it mackerel that have the teeth?
I think they do.
What's the one that runs? Blues.
Yes.
Blues will like take your finger right off. They're almost like the barracuda teeth too. Yep. Mikey, ask Steve about those lures.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll tell you one thing though. Musky lures, if you're catching musky, them lures don't last very long. No. They chew them babies up. Hey, speaking of musky, Does anybody have a couple of these laying around?
Hang on, Stevie. Let me open you up. I'm like,
Excuse me?
Sorry, buddy. So it's not what I meant. I wanted to put you on present. What is that?
That's for my Rubbermaid shed. It works like a screw.
Okay.
You put it through a hole in the bottom of the side and it screws it to the floor,
Okay.
locks them together, and I'm missing a couple. And I haven't been able to find them online.
I have an idea for you. They sell those at Home Depot, correct?
I don't know.
I believe they do. Here's a suggestion, because I did this for grill pots, believe it or not. I went to Home Depot and asked them if they had any damaged grills out back that matched my thing. He goes, why? I said, because I'll buy them. You can do whatever you want, for price. I'm trying. I forgot how to do it.
3 dots.
Okay. No, I didn't do the 3 dots. I did if you click on the face icon, I do it again.
Oh, gotcha.
Jay Watterson says, try eBay. But so like I said, I went to Home Depot for grill pots. Maybe if you go to Home Depot and say, hey, the thing, yep, the Rubbermaid, yep. Do you have a broken one, or do you have one that's,
or
returned that you're not going to sell? I need a couple of these.
If they sell the big sheds there, I could get a coat hanger and cut a little hole in the corner of the box and fish that plastic bag out. I swear to God, there's people that do that because I've got stuff like that with no parts. It's like, what the hell?
Right.
See the size of the blade on that? Right?
Yep.
Whoa.
There was a package when I went to reach for this one. I looked, I'm like, that looks fucked up. I go, I never seen a spinnerbait without a blade on it. Some jackass opened up the picture, opened up the box, opened up the package with a knife, reached in, pulled it out, took the blades off of it, put it back in the fucking package.
I hate those people. Jay Watt's a genius, just saying.
Right.
Steve, you didn't hear from me, but you
Just
might
saying.
find some of those inside a display shed at Lowe's or Home Depot. Exactly. Yeah, Gerald, you're right. Pike have the teeth too. Holy shit. They take your finger off in a heartbeat too.
My grandpa and his big pike, he always used to save the head and nail it to a tree. So he had these big, wide open, and then he would take the gills and spread them open on the tree.
Yeah.
So he had these pike skulls all over this one big oak tree in his front yard. It was cool. Yeah, till they dry up.
I still haven't caught one. Had my chance and blew it.
They'll fight you. I forgot. I caught one shortly after I moved back up here from down south. I forgot how hard a pike will actually fight. Run and drag and stuff. It's like, holy crap, that was awesome.
Hit my line, and all I hear is.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. You think you got a fish on there, Mike? I don't know. Let me see. Wait a minute.
Got a whale, not a fish.
Yeah, they're so fast.
And they're so powerful, like you said, and it's just, and they're fun to, and I'm not, laugh at me all you want. You know what's fun to catch too, right? Is the large or extra large bluegill.
Oh yeah.
They are fun to catch.
Yes, they are.
And you immediately it's a bluegill because it races right to the left or the right?
Yeah.
So you immediately know what. But I'll tell you what, if you're fishing with any type of bobber or anything like that, let's say you're in 15 foot of water, that some bitch feels like it went down to right to the bottom of the goddamn lake.
Oh, I hear you. My grandpa used to say they turn sideways and you can't pull them in. Yeah, they're a riot, especially on a fly rod or a real soft rod.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, the Zebco, was it the Zebco 280 or something? What the hell it was? Remember the old
202.
202.
303 if you had a couple bucks.
Hey, they made a new one now. They made a Zebco. It's a 3 something. It costs like $50, $40 or some bullshit like that.
They work.
Yep.
And I remember a buddy of mine had a 606 when I was a kid. I was impressed. The fucking thing was huge.
Just used to do that nailing thing to the tree with. Oh no, never mind. He is something else. God damn it! I would just want to have a cup of coffee with him. You know what I should do is have a cup of coffee with him and Trevor at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah,
But with my luck, they're probably ones over here in Canada, and when the other one's like, up near freaking Sass Green. That'd be my shit fucking luck.
Yes.
yeah, could be in trouble too. Might end up in prison.
Nah.
Or I might fall out of the fucking car and smash my face on the fucking pavement.
That's more likely to happen.
Yeah, prison or the hospital, one of the two. Damn it.
One of the two.
Hey, you drinking A? No, A, I'm not. I'm I just tripped A. You know what's funny is you look up your stuff on YouTube, right? Your it begins with an A. Analytics, and like 4% of my viewers are from Canada.
Yeah.
Something that is my favorite is Atlantic salmon. I haven't had salmon in a long time. On a fly rod.
Damn.
We can only fish with salmon with a fly rod. I think in the rivers we have to fish with. I'd have to look, so don't quote me. I think on our rivers we have to, but on our lakes, ice fishing, you don't have to, Trevor.
We got all different rules up and down our river in different sections of each river.
Doesn't that suck?
Yes, it does suck.
In one section you can use worms, and the next section up you can only use flies.
And no signs.
Yeah.
Different
They leave it up
size limits too.
Yeah. And I can't stand that. No signage. No, fly fishing only, or So we have the Merrimack here. So just say it, the whole Merrimack River from the Pemmy, where it starts way up in New Hampshire, to the mouth of it in the Atlantic Ocean, is fly fishing only. Okay, good. I know that whole fucking river is fucking fly fishing now. Now I don't have to worry about anything. Mike's favorite YouTubers from the Timberline North. Oh, you're a fucker. You're a fucker. You are a fucker.
You're a real pip, Edith.
Yeah.
So hey,
Yeah,
Dish,
I think I better upgrade my fly rod. Ow, damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like when I did it.
Jeez.
All right, Stevie, that's a bad picture of it, but because I cut off his head a little bit.
Nice, that's very respectable.
But that was a beautiful crappie.
Holy shit.
Lepew.
CC Lepew. What's up, brother?
Hey, CC, what's going on, kid? You know what bothered me the most, Stevie? I caught that thing at 8:15 at night. And as you know, crappie don't swim by themselves. And the boats were coming in, and I'm like, fuck. I said, fuck it, I'm taking this one. Hell yeah, you can't have any lead in your tackle. Correct. Same here. In the national park. CC, you can't have any lead in the state of New Hampshire, and I think Massachusetts is the same way. So we use like little steel balls. No more lead.
Or they use tungsten or something. Yeah, no more biting them on with your teeth.
So here's
Right.
what bothers me the most. I can't use a lead one shot. Not one shot. What do you call them things? You can bite them with your teeth. Open them up.
Split shot.
Split shot. Thank you. We can't use split shot, but I can shoot a fucking deer with a fucking lead.
Yeah.
But then when you're duck hunting, you get caught with lead. Hook, line, and sinker. You gotta have steel shot. Look, I get it. I don't care. I'll do
Yes.
all the rules. Make them all the fucking same.
Yeah.
Make deer hunting fucking what do you call it, copper or whatever. Make you know what I mean? It's like
Right.
what the fuck?
Yep.
So
Well,
many rules.
the reason the salmon and the streams and the bird, the ducks, it's all federal.
Well, I know in New Hampshire the whole fucking jingle goes save the loons is because the loons go down and grab and. But now you know what the biggest thing now is. They want to go to fly fishing in more lakes because now the lures are littering the bottom of the lakes.
Lord have mercy.
The plastic, the swim baits, and all
Right.
the right.
The divers love them. It gives them something to go after.
Gives me something to go after when I get hooked on the bottom of something. And if I'm not paying attention and I sink my lure to the bottom, and I'm like, ooh, look at this! I got tackle. This is cool.
With the magnet fishers, end up with all them pliers and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jay
Snorkelers.
Watt said, "One of these days, Alice. One of these days, bangs
To the
are going to the
moon.
moon."
Boy,
Yeah.
that wouldn't fly on today's TV, would it?
Neither would Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
I have the awful mental image of Mikey and his steel balls. CC, you know me. You know I got steel balls, bro. You know I got steel balls.
Right down inside his buckskin thumb.
That's right. I'm mad though because at the hospital they was telling Dish off air, and Gunpowder Beauty off air. So in November I found these pair of lined, whatever, not sheepskin, but they're like terry cloth lined, whatever the hell the material is when they line jeans, camo pants, and I'm like, oh yeah, mine. Well, they cut them off my body on Wednesday morning and Wednesday night.
Oh, crap.
They cut my shirt off my body. If you notice in that picture I just showed you, I was shirtless.
Were you screaming, "It's my elbow, not my knee, you dumb fuck"?
Dude, let me tell you how bad. Oh, let me tell you how bad these people were. Dish is still diving.
Money
Dish is still diving, looking for the train car full of gold.
And the $8 lure.
And the
Yeah.
gold. Hence the need of boogie board. Can you picture me on a boogie board? I'm good.
Hell, you have trouble staying on a fucking
I'm not
tailgate
going
of
to
a
stand on a fucking
let alone
truck. You want me to
boogie board.
fucking use a
Hard
fucking boogie
enough
board?
on your elbows. You can't be on no boogie board for a while there, Mikey.
Ooh.
Mikey isn't doing anything. Mikey's not going to water ski. Mikey's not going to do anything in the summer.
That was like
I'm going to
my
fish.
first experience trying to get on a skateboard as an adult on the pavement.
I got a Stevie, didn't you see that Facebook post I made a bunch of
No.
years ago? What's the skateboard that twists now? There's a skateboard that twists.
Yikes.
I swear to God, I have
Well,
it.
swap
Yeah,
ends or roll over?
No, it's kind of like when you're snowboarding, how you can turn around and twist and all of that. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
for
The front's
skateboarding.
independent from the back.
Oh, it twists. Let
Yeah.
me tell you something.
No.
My nephew and my son, one on one arm, one on the other arm, and my niece pushes. And they got a picture of me, and I posted it to Facebook, and all my nieces and nephews thought that was the funniest thing. Dawson Warner. Holy shit. Dish, how did we get so lucky tonight?
I don't know. Hey, Dawson.
Mikey, what hospital did you go to for your arm? I went to the hospital in Rockport. Razor Ripstick.
The kids in my neighborhood have some pretty awesome toys ever since they got the road fixed. They've
Yes.
been coming up
I'm
with
sorry.
all kinds of cool toys like that.
They finally fixed your sinkhole.
What did you just say?
She was talking about a road. If you want to keep it in context.
Listen, I was out cooking the other night on the grill, and I said to one of my neighbors, I went over to say hi to one of my neighbors, and I said, I gotta go. I gotta go check the chicken. And she goes, "You gotta go do what to the chicken?" I said, "Go check the chicken." She goes, "Did you say you gotta go choke the chicken?" Well, apparently my face turned redder than the blood all over it, and she says, "Oh my God, I just made Mr. Tough Guy fucking blush."
And I would suspect you'd come back. Yeah, you better remember this day.
No, I live. There's only like a couple of people in the complex I live in that are close to my age or younger. There's only like a couple. Everybody else they're all like in their fucking mid-60s and above. And so sometimes when the kids there's a family up this way and the grandparents are raising the kid, but the parents are still hanging around. It's just a mess. So there was a big kiddo out there one night. It was like 4 guys, 3 girls, and they're giving the neighbors a hard time. And I go walking out the fucking front door with a broom in my hand. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about none of you jackasses. I just, we're giving my fucking neighbors a fucking hard time. And some fucking young punk said, "You got a problem?" And I went, "Do you want to live?" Well, yes. I did say I was going to jerk the chicken. Want to help? No, that's only if it was dish, J1. And you see how red she gets? You think I get red? Hell no.
Yep.
You know what I mean, J1? So Dawson One, what have you been up to? Yes, it's a ripstick. Thank you very much, because I forgot what it was called. And I know somebody else said ripstick too. Yeah, J Watt did too. Most dangerous thing made. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They should be outlawed.
I had a heart attack when they come out with that game back in the 80s, 70s with the round log and the board on it, and you get on that fucker and do the. It's like, yeah, no way. I wouldn't even. No.
Oh, it's. It's just the weirdest feeling being on those things, and it's like, even when I tried to skateboard, I was no skateboarder.
Shit, I was on that thing for about a half a minute before it went out from under me, and I landed right on my elbow and my shoulder on the concrete. So, no, that's enough of that. I learned
you need like the smoothest surface. And I'm like, and my mother's like, "You don't like the skateboard?" I goes, "Mom, my feet vibrate." She goes, "What?" She goes, "You got to keep up with the other ones, Mike." I goes, "I'll just get out of my fucking bike and beat them all, Ma."
Yeah, right. Knock them off their damn skateboard.
That was me. I love being on a bike. I love being on the bike. I used to when I was on a bicycle. It was like I had a fucking Superman cape on, because I didn't have a fucking fear in the world. I got down to a point where I can actually do the bunny hop over trash barrels and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't do any aerials. You know, like I couldn't. I tried. Damn near killed myself doing it. But I tried to do the 180s in the air, and I couldn't do all that shit.
So some of those kids are. It's phenomenal.
It's amazing how they do it. It really is. It is phenomenal how they do it.
You know what gets me? Those guys that ride the big bikes with the low seat, and they bounce on the back tire and jump over rocks and shit. Wow.
Right.
I remember one Mother's Day, my brother and I were on the street. We were out in the street. And, I had a 10-speed, and he was on my handlebars. And I got my neighbor. Remember back in the day on the 10-speeds that the bolts were like this far coming off your back tire.
Oh yeah.
So he used those as a foot peg. And so I got the three of us.
Quiet.
My brother falls. Boom, boom. I go right over him, but I hit him in the fucking squash with the fucking pillow. Well, the pillow, the pedal. I opened his head wide open. And I'm like, oh no. Go in the house. I go, Ma, I think he needs stitches. What did you do? I said, I kind of ran him over.
Yikes.
They're filming in Canada again. Hello, Fawn. Colorado just won the series, scoring with 4.9 seconds left in the game. That's awesome, Fawn. I always liked Colorado. Except I was actually rooting for Toronto. But they're filming in Canada again, but this year they're in Labrador, not BC.
It's been a while since I've watched that Alone series. I'm behind.
What series did?
She's talking about Alone.
Oh yeah, the yeah.
I did a parody once, made it look like I was in the show.
I just watched that the other day.
It was really bad. I shouldn't have done that with the chocolate. That was just gross, man.
I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I said this to Tish. Remember we were talking about this years ago when the first one came out, and what's his name did it?
Cole
He used to-
Craven.
Cal Craven did it,
Yeah.
and you know, and I said when the year he did it. Here's my thing. You put people without weapons. Okay, you got a knife. Yay.
Yeah.
On a fucking island full of fucking bears. To me, the 500 grand ain't worth it. You
Right.
put me, at least give me a fucking 22.
Yeah.
I'll,
You think? It's almost like they're hoping for drama.
yeah. You know, and what surprised me the most though was the kid. He's on YouTube too. That group there, Dish, with he's from Canada too. What the fuck's his name? Skinny kid.
James?
Say it again?
James?
No. Anyways, he lost his ferro rod.
Oh yeah,
that
it
guy.
burned up or something.
Yeah. So then he pulled the chain. I want to go home, did whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That guy.
Yeah. And went home. But I don't know. All they get is bear spray and a horn. Let me tell you something. Not enough, Flan. Robino. Thank you, Jay Watt. Yeah, Jay. What's his name? Jay Robinette, right? Robinette.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Jay Watt. Appreciate it. To me, it's not enough. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't mean to be little Miss, Mother Teresa or nothing, but let's be serious about this.
True.
If we know this bear, you live in Montana, okay? You live in Alaska, you live in Michigan, you live wherever there's bear, okay? And even if it's not hunting season, but there's a lot of bear, are you going in there without a sidearm? No, not unless you're just walking in for a minute or two and cut, right?
Right.
But if you're going to do any trail hiking, if you're going to do any fishing, you're going to be there a long time or anything like that. I've never seen anybody go in the woods for that amount of period of time without a sidearm.
Yeah.
To me, it just seems silly. I'm sorry.
Shit, in Alaska, you don't go out to the shitter without a pistol on your hip.
Right.
Yes, Flan. Yep, he did. He lost his ferro rod.
What that makes me think when they do
Ferro,
that
sorry.
stuff, put them on that island,
Mhm.
that they're actually not alone. There's people around them for security. That's what it makes me think. And then I lose interest in the show.
They had the kid from Massachusetts on that he used to hang around with Derek Dish. He used to
Oh,
hang
yeah.
around with, yeah. And then the other one from Minnesota, Larry, what's his name? I was actually rooting for him.
Were ya?
Yes. I don't know why. Tish, there's something about the guy I just like. I don't know what
Yep.
it is. I just like that guy. Mikey, the other day we seen a bear about 200 yards from my driveway. Okay, so Jezzo, what I'm saying to you is that you know you have bear in your driveway. Okay, you have woods behind your house. Jezzo, if you're going to take one of your grandchildren for a nature walk, okay, are you going to sit there and tell me you're not going to take a sidearm with you? And you're going to be out a while, right? Are you going to tell me, of course you're going to take a sidearm with you because you want to protect your grandchild? I don't know. People laugh at me when I say it, and I love that stuff. You guys know I love that alone stuff.
Yeah.
Anything to do with all that. But damn, I mean, at least give him a fucking 22 at least.
Right.
You know. I mean, and then it makes it interesting, right? Because then you can do I need a bullet for the bear that isn't going to do anything, but I'm going to try. But then they can shoot squirrel, they can shoot raccoon, they can shoot whatever's there. You know. Just give him 15 rounds. That's all you need. You're gonna need at least 14 for the fucking bear.
Right.
You know.
And one when he's biting on your leg tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Right. Exactly, Jeroby. You always have your 9mm, but it's a sidearm. So therefore, yes, you're gonna take your grandchild into the woods. Right. You're gonna have a 9mm. I'd love to go in the woods with a 9mm. People laugh at you, but I'd shoot a bear with a 9mm. I don't give a fuck to save my life. What are you kidding me?
It's the bang that usually scares them.
Bears are smart. You leave them alone, and they'll leave you alone. The only bears you need to worry about are the mothers with cubs. But what do I know? No, you're 100% right.
Yeah,
Jay,
tell
Jay
that
Watt.
to that bear guy that did that whole documentary on with the bears.
I just saw that. I mean, I knew he died, but I just saw the full documentary. And he got his girlfriend killed.
Can you say stupid?
Oh,
But those
yeah,
weren't
very
bears,
stupid.
though. Those are fucking ginormous fucking
Kodiaks.
grizzly bears.
Yeah.
Granted, a black bear, is going to ruin your fucking day and kill you.
Don't undersell a black bear.
Right.
If you look up the statistics, there's less black bear attacks, but when a black bear does attack, he's not just trying to scare you away. You have become his food. So although there are less black bear attacks, more people are killed by black bears.
Yep.
So
Trevor said,
instead of just being territorial and try to get you out of here, they say a black bear will literally hunt you down and eat you as
Right.
food.
Right.
So it's different attitude.
yeah, on TA Outdoors. I like his channel a lot. I know Jerry. I know the 9 is useless against bears, but you know what? I don't know. Trevor said we don't carry sidearms here in Canada. It's illegal. We have lots of bears here. Gage and he go fishing all the time with no gun.
It's all what you're growing.
Trev, I know you have a lot of bears up there, but are they all concentrated to one area like they were when Carl Craven did his? Because they were in Vancouver,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't Vancouver have like black bears as Kodiak Island has grizzly and brown bear, correct? Timothy Treadwell, yeah, that was the guy that died. We're dealing with bears in Alaska. I was referring to bears in the lower 48 that have been exposed to humans their entire life.
The thing is,
Yeah, okay, Jay Watt. No, I know you were.
being
but-
exposed to humans, and especially humans feeding them, makes them more dangerous. Actually,
They had the TV show there, the
Yogi Bear.
the wardens in New Hampshire, and the woman in the town in New Hampshire she was feeding. It's maybe a 30-minute ride from my house, and she's leaving dog food and everything on her porch for her. She's throwing it, doing this, doing that. Look, it's still wild. It's still, if it gets mad, it's gonna. A 250-pound black bear is gonna ruin your fucking day.
oh yeah,
No, I know, Jay Watt. I know what you're saying. I'm just.
I told Susie when we move up there, both of us are gonna carry a sidearm just for the hell of it.
Flan, what are you apologizing for? Flan, you didn't say anything wrong.
You'll get used to it.
Huh?
You'll get used to it. It ain't no different than
Nobody.
carrying a hammer.
Yeah, get her one of those big Alaskan Ruger snub nose.
Oh yeah, scare the crap out of her first time out. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go. Give her a cannon, the first fucking gun she puts in her hand. It should, you know what her forehead's going to look like? Hey, hey, Susie's forehead's going to look like that with that cannon in
Yeah,
her
yeah,
hand.
there you go. And give her no instruction. Here, just shoot it. Oh, it's going to be okay. Don't hang on to it tight or nothing. Just go for it. I hate those guys.
Yeah, Chuck, that's a
Right.
huge
Pisses
bear.
me off.
Chuck, that's a huge bear. Maybe not for you guys, but for where I am, you can get them. You can get them in Maine, New Hampshire, Western Mass. You can get them 300 pounds. For the most part, they're getting dressed. They're getting like 2.25, 240, 250. You know, but
We've had a couple of whoppers in this state.
northern New Hampshire and Maine, and that you'll get your 400 pounders. Flan says she lives in the most populated part of Kaka. That's what it says.
I know it.
You know what that means in Spanish?
Kaka? No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. The only thing in Spanish I know of are a few numbers and a lot of bad words.
Caca means doo doo.
Oh,
Right. Poo poo caca shit. Didn't you ever see what was the movie, Steve?
Up in Smoke or something?
No, I think Adrian Barbeau was in it. Lyle Alzado, Caveman.
Caveman?
Remember the Caveman? Poo poo caca shit.
Shit. Yeah, the Asian guy could speak English. We just watched that the other day.
I just
Susie
carry a
had
buck
never
110.
seen it. I said, "Oh, you got to see this movie."
Yeah, Jay Watt, I can see you going against a fucking 400-pound fucking Canadian black bear with
Yeah,
a buck
no.
110. Like, hey, Jay Watt, good luck, my bro. What did I do? Well, if you knew, fucking knew, like, why didn't you answer? What did I do?
Actually, it says "ka."
No, she put 3 maple leaf flags at the end of it. Well, it didn't come out as a maple leaf flag, sweetie.
Ka.
She meant to put the.
Sounds like an island in Hawaii.
She meant to put 3 Canadian flags after I live in the most popular part of, and then Canada. Don't get bears here.
Same
But
way when I try to hit the U.S. flag, it won't show the flag. It'll just say
Yeah.
U.S.
Mm.
I know what you mean, Flan. I got you.
Ka sounds funner though.
Yeah, kakaka.
Yeah, I know a couple of good Spanish words, but none you can't really say on TV.
I know some great sign language naughty words. That way I can say it without actually having to
Hey,
actually say it. Great.
right?
I go around calling people twat waffles all the time without them even knowing.
I had a beautiful little grandmother who was Italian, who spoke broken English. Her and her mom, and she used to swear at you in Italian. You know why? And she would say, I'm going to cut off your parts. I'm going to put. Oh yeah, she was fucking. And my aunt would yell at her and say, "Hello, he understands Italian. Just because you say it in Italian and you don't say it in English doesn't mean you're not saying something bad."
Oh, it didn't show up here as 3 flags. Flan, just CA.
I know what you did, Flan. I understand. Don't most Canadians live within 50 of the border with the U.S.?
Most.
I would too.
Check out where I live. I'm in the deep woods, Beersville, New Brunswick, Canada. Google that. Yeah, because you're way up in the.
New Brunswick.
I see New Brunswick license plates all the time, but he's
What a great name for a town, though. Beersville? Come on.
Beersville.
I just really don't want to be out in the woods with anything that I'm on its food chain if I don't
Right.
have a firearm.
I don't know. I'm the same way. I guess maybe I'm just a wuss, but
Wow,
that's how I am.
Maybe it shows the flags on the on a phone. Because Stump says he sees the flags.
I hear a beep. Oh, who's this? Looky.
Well.
Ohio Wolverine.
I was just about to hop off. I'll stick around a few minutes. I got to get up again. I'm making my last run from Morels this weekend.
Woo,
Oh,
woo.
cool.
What's that say? I
What-
slide on in here and she decides she's gonna stay for a while, gentlemen. What do you think about that, huh?
I haven't seen you in a while.
Here's what I got to say about that. Shalisa, if you're having a problem drinking, just let me know. I'll help you out.
Thanks. Cheers.
Because you must be drinking if you're going to be associated with that one.
With that one. Hear that, Ohio?
It's I whatever. Whatever.
Whatever,
You-
kid.
You people. Hey, just to give you an update, I talked to one of my brother-in-laws.
Yep.
He's gonna talk to the other two, and we're gonna see what we can work out.
All right.
So
Let me
just
know.
keep
Let me
that
know
in
how much
mind.
money. Let me know how much money I got to send you. 26 U.S. states. 26 states are a level or higher than my latitude in Canada, where I live. Yes, Maine is one of them.
Yeah, Flan lives in basically the Florida part.
Of Canada. Yeah.
Right.
Freshwater, Florida.
I'm looking forward to that. Except, you know what? Apparently, what's his name won't be quarterbacking, huh? What's he doing?
Who's not quarterbacking?
The kid from Cleveland.
Cleveland.
He got in trouble. I mean, he got accused again.
There you go.
Oh,
Trevor.
Deshaun Watson, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, the jackass.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was a bad move, if you ask me. But
They got to do something. They just got rid of a decent. Well, I know you guys didn't like him. Trevor says, "Gunpowder Beauty, is there snakes where you live? If so, I'll keep the bears. I hate snakes."
right.
Yeah, there's snakes, but I mean, I can kill those with a 22. I don't really see me killing a bear with a 22. So
Yeah, no,
you keep the bears, I'll keep the snakes, and turns out that they're pretty good fishing bait too. So I mean, it's kind of a win-win.
but both can kill you, right? So if you get bit, you have rattlers down there, don't you?
We've been here for 2 years. I have yet to see a rattlesnake. I mean, they are in
Okay.
Missouri, but I've yet to
Okay.
see one on my property at all.
All right. And don't you have
And
those?
plus, I have a chocolate lab that has a fascination for killing groundhogs, moles, snakes,
Nice.
and whatever else she can get her hands on. So I think I'm covered.
Flan, just get Dish to show you how to grab a snake by the tail and crack it like a whip.
I actually did that once. It worked.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was a gardener snake, but it was a big one. I grabbed by the tail and gave it a crack, and I was like, holy shit, it worked. Dead under the doornail.
Just imagine if somebody was like 26 feet tall and grabbed you by your feet and slung you around.
Right.
you probably snap your neck too, or your back.
Bro, have you ever been to a chiropractor? Hey, Mike, I
Yeah,
got a story for you.
Go ahead.
You need to change your story up and tell him you were blocking a madman with a knife, and he got you a little bit, but you got him blocked, and he chipped your elbow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I wasn't around. So what did I miss? What happened there, Mikey?
I took a little header.
he tripped on his dong.
I tripped on my dong stepping out of the shower. I think Dish pushed me, but
Let me
that's
guess.
what
you
I
got a small toilet too.
I got
fell-
that freaking mental
I was up
picture in my
I was up doing my bang. I went back to my Bangor run. Tuesday, this past Tuesday, and Wednesday I was in Rockport, Maine, and I basically walked off my truck. I tripped and just went boom.
Oh, out of the back or out of like the driver's compartment?
No, out of the back of the truck. So yeah, Mikey, Boston might lose this game and force a game 7. Miami's up by 5. Oh, why would you tell me? Now you jinxed me. Thank you, honey.
They need a game 7 to sell more tickets.
I know, but listen to me. I didn't want it to. I don't listen to the score, and then when I look, they win every time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
Is
We still
Dallas
love you,
still?
Blood.
Is Dallas
Of
still
course,
in
I
it?
still love her. What?
Is Dallas still in it?
Oh, I think Dallas lost. I believe so. Hell, my dog killed a groundhog when it
I
was
was just wondering because usually there's a pattern. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Boston bombing, Boston strong, fucking Red Sox win. Win the
No,
fucking
I know.
pennant. It's like every time there's like a mass shooting or a bombing or a terrorist attack or something in that city, the next year that city always wins the fucking championship.
And then of course you have the Red Sox winning the championship, and they were partying out in the street. And riot broke out. No, it wasn't a riot. It was a bunch of fucking idiots having fun. And this girl stepped out. Girl stepped out, and she went to see what was going on with the crowd and everything. And the cops were trying to clear the streets. She took you ready for this? She took a quote unquote non-lethal round to all it said was head area, and died on the street with a non-lethal round.
That's why they're called. Well, that's not non-lethal. They're called less lethal.
My bad. Sorry, you're right. Less lethal. Here's the problem with that. The city of Boston paid out $5.5 million in the lawsuit. Mike spends 21 fucking years with no booze, then falls off a truck. No shit, right, Stump?
Hey, yeah, you think you would have got all them bumps and bruises out of your system years ago.
I don't remember being hurt. I got in fights. Don't misunderstand me. Okay, those don't count because it's a fight. You're supposed to get hurt in a fight, right?
Right.
But
I don't. Usually.
I honestly can't remember a time that when I drank like a fish, okay, and I got hammered, that I tripped and fell and did anything remotely close to this.
That's because if you were hammered, you were more relaxed and you didn't tense up and you just went with the fall.
Perfect roll and pop right up.
And then you're like, holy shit, you guys see that? You're all excited about it. Now that you're sober, you don't have no relaxation. As soon as the trip and fall starts to hurt, your body tenses up. Hell, you probably would have did yourself worse damage if you didn't fall all the way out. If you just caught yourself. You know how many times I've like slipped to fall and caught myself and still hurt myself worse than I would have if I just would have fell?
Yeah, that's when you really throw your back.
Well, that's when 100 years ago when I broke my neck, the doctor made the mistake of coming in my room and telling my parents. And then he looked right at me and he goes, listen, now you got to remember, I broke my neck around midnight ish, and this is approximately 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock the next night. And he said, "Well, anybody with a 0.21 blood alcohol level, it's probably lucky that you are at 0.21 blood alcohol level, because if you weren't, you'd probably be dead." That's all I needed to hear. I said, "It's good, because as soon as you said you had to stop drinking," "No, I don't, because he told me if I did, I would be dead."
Yeah.
I got out of that rat trap, and I think I gave it a week. It was a week. And then my mom caught me with a beer in my hand, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Having a refreshment. You want one?" She's like, "You didn't learn the first time?" I'm like, "Mom, it's all good. I'm not going swimming."
And the doctor said it helped me.
And the doctor said, "Oh, hell." Wait, so the scientific proof Mikey can speak out of the side of his neck. Yep. One of these days, I'm going to find out that picture. I'll show it to you. You want to fucking laugh your ass off? I'll find that picture when I was in the Halo. That was something.
Yeah. Nowadays it'd be all over social media.
Oh, that was the other thing. I'm at the ER the other night. They do the CAT scan and this scan and that fucking thing and everything else. And
Stump that.
Mike, lean into the camera to stump it to see you, boo boo. Can I just blow myself up? I'll do both. Hang on a minute. Stumpette, hang on one sec, sweetheart. Here, I'll take the glasses off for you.
Oh, wow.
Right in the bridge of the ouch.
And Stumpette, I got that too.
Is that temporary? Is that a permanent?
Temp. It's more of a splint, they said, because it's half. All right, now get off, Mike. Get me. Oh, fucking motherfucker. Steven, it's not working, and I'm not up there. Hang on. Here we go. Let me try this.
There you go.
Wasn't this the same guy that just went back to work and was trying to figure out a way to stay out of work?
Funny. I'll remind me about the hospital.
Okay.
You ready for this? Let him strike me dead on my son's grave. Approximately like a minute had passed after I said to them, I said to my wife, because they want to know where I was, because this is my first Bangor trip back since I was out March 8th. You know what I mean? So I said to them, I go, I said to my wife the other day, I said, do me a favor. Remind me if I'm going to get hurt again, to get hurt on June 8th, not March 8th. And everybody laughs. There's like 4 people there. They all laugh. Dude, a minute later, bam! But, yep.
Okay, I'm supposed to remind you about the hospital.
Yeah, what was I doing in the... I don't know, I forget. I was saying something about the and I forgot.
The dude grabbing your arm?
No.
Oh.
Oh, the tests and stuff. Because we were talking about my broken neck and everything.
Oh.
And he's doing all the CAT scans and everything, and he goes, "So, how long's it been since you broke your neck?" I go, "You probably weren't born." And he goes, "Oh, no. I go, "Oh, yeah. I go, "Bro, how old are you? 35, 36 tops?" And he just kind of looked at me. I said, "Dude, I broke it in 1991. He goes, "What?"
Wow.
I broke it in 1991. He goes,
The year
"Oh."
I graduated.
He goes, "Yeah, I saw that on your CAT scan. I looked like he says, "I look like it was kind of rough." I said, "You think?" At the ball tournament, this is Trevor Fillmore. At a ball tournament one time, a buddy of a buddy of mine took a ball to the face. Ouch. Cut him up and broke his nose. Later that night, we got hammered. He got in a baby swing. Someone pushed him in the went face down. Oh my God!
Oh,
Can
my
you
God.
imagine that? You want to talk about that's shit luck. Gets hit in the face with a baseball. Hanging out in the park. Gets pushed on a swing and falls face first to the ground. Fuck that. Don't leave your house. That's worse than me.
I've been a carpenter all my life, at least
Yep.
40 years. The first and only time I have ever hit my thumb full whack with a hammer, a framing hammer, I did it twice in the same day, an hour apart.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Took a
Yeah.
hard break.
First time in
Right.
40 years.
My dad had one of those rods in his finger. They went like right under the nail
Oh,
because he had
thanks.
broke it.
Stop.
And
Oh.
all of the fingers that he could hit, that's the one he'd hit with a hammer every fucking time.
Yeah. Yep.
I cut open this thumb. Well, my left thumb that I can't really show you too much of. But I cut that thing open so bad they didn't even know I had a thumb. Stevie, I'm using a fucking, don't ask me why. I'm using a 28 ounce, 29 ounce waffle head.
Oh, Lord.
And I went like this. Da bada bing! And I missed. It was Hamburg, kid. Hamburg. I was tenderizing my thumb. I might as well have been. For those of you who don't know what a waffle head hammer is,
Oh.
it's a very large. It's a regular. It's an extra large hammer, framing hammer. However, on the head of the hammer, right, that you hit the nail, right, it has these like Stevie just do that again, Steve, because I
Freaking
can't.
claw teeth in a
Right, it's got
pattern.
these little spikes. So it's like a tenderizer. Right, you guys have seen tenderizers, right? At the end of a tenderizer, that's a waffle head. Okay,
Dude,
oh, it was Hamburg.
Yeah.
I was at like a city meeting one time, and my phone kept it's just ringing and ringing and ringing. But I'm in the meeting, so it's on like vibrate. So it keeps ringing and ringing, and then it stops and rings again. So I get up and walk out in the hallway from like the meeting room, and I'm like, "Hello!" And as soon as I clicked the button to say hello, all I heard was screaming. And my wife's like, "I'm taking my youngest son." She's like, "I'm taking him to the hospital." I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "He dropped a rock on his foot." And I'm like, "What?" Like, we had like this big rock out like in our like mulch area by the front porch that had our name on it that
Right.
somebody painted, but it's like a 15, 20 pound rock that he had picked up, and he was barefoot. Standing on the sidewalk, and he dropped it, and it hit his. Listen, dude, it landed right square on his big toe, and it pushed every single bit of meat of his big toe
Oh,
Down the
inside.
driveway.
It looked like a damn grape exploded. And then, so she's like, "Can you just swing by the house and grab this and this and this and meet me at the hospital?" I'm like, "Yeah."
In a
So,
spatula.
dude, I pulled in the driveway and I get out of my car and I start walking up the sidewalk. I get to the front porch steps, and it looked like a fucking murder scene, dude. There was blood all over the side of the house, the porch, the door,
Oh my God,
inside the door,
kid.
along the wall inside the house, the carpet. I mean, I was just like, "Holy cow, what the heck?" I mean, you would think that somebody lost a limb or something with that much blood. And then I get to the hospital, and he's sitting there, and you can tell he's been crying because his eyes were, but they got him, they must have shot him with some painkiller or something because he was like kind of goofy. And I was like,
HRM weapons. How the hell are you, my friend?
I
Great to see
couldn't
you.
believe it. And they just like pushed all this stuff like back inside the toe and then sewed it up. I was like, damn.
Oh man, that hurt. I must have
My
really been
son's
out
dad
there.
had his hand sucked into his sheet metal plant where it had the rollers, and he had his gloves on. And he wasn't supposed to at that job, and it got a hold and just the meat just came out the sides of all 4 fingers. And they
Ouch.
managed to
Oh,
back up, but eventually the one finger just went black and they couldn't get it back. His trigger finger.
Yeah.
I had a woman back in I was probably 19, and I'm working the deli at the local market,
Uh-oh.
and she said, "Can I have a pound and a half of turkey breast?" I said, "Sure."
Oh God, that's
I
my
says,
biggest fear. That damn.
I go
Big
low
slicer.
salt or regular. She says low salt, and I go like this, and she says, "Excuse me, sir." I went, "Yep." She says, "Can I have a piece of that?" I'm like, "Oh, absolutely, honey, no problem." And I went like this, zip, not even paying attention. And I got the slice in my hand. I looked at the slice, and I went, "Oh, fuck me." Then I looked at my finger, and I went, "Oh, this ain't good."
Oh my God.
I sliced that fingertip is regrowth. So I didn't have anything like I can't do this. That the side of my finger right there, all of this right in here at the top was gone right to the nail. And
Oh no, that's my biggest fear, dude. Every time I see one of those fucking
oh yeah.
meat slicers, I fucking just cringe.
But
thinking
here's the
about it.
thing: you don't. I'm not even joking. I didn't even feel it. I wouldn't have known if I didn't see the fucking blood on the turkey breast. You ready for this one? They're all like going mental because they thought I lost the whole finger, right? So they like grab it, they're doing this. I'm like, "You touch that finger again, we're having issues." And then all of a sudden I hear the little old lady's voice. "You didn't get blood on my turkey breast, did you?"
Oh my God.
But I'll tell you what, they took Ohio. They took there's nothing there to stitch, right? They couldn't stitch anything. I get to the ER, and they're like, "Is there a finger in there?" I go, "Yeah, but I lost the tip of it." And she goes, "Which way?" I go, "Sideways." So she goes, "Okay." So they all come in, and they went and they got this. It's a block about this big, right, and about this wide, and it felt like, to me, it felt like jelly. It's the only way I can explain it. They put it on my finger, wrapped it, and then I had a fucking dressing on my hand, bigger than this fucking cast, for Christ's sake, on my finger. And I went back 10 days later. They did the same thing again. Then I went back to do the same thing again. Dude, my fucking fingerprint grew back. My nail grew back. The only problem I have now is if I can go like on metal, I can do this. I can't feel that. It's all numb. I don't have. I don't have. Yeah, the nerves never came back. So the only thing is, in the winter, I have to watch this one finger because I don't want to get it, frostbite.
Right.
Jay Watt said they probably put petroleum gauze and tape on it.
Thank you, Jay Watt. I don't know. I'm going to go with that, Jay Watt. All I know, it was a rectangle block and it felt like jelly. So maybe it was. But did Mikey charge her extra for the tip? No, I didn't.
Just the
But yeah,
tip.
but you don't feel it. I'm going to be honest with you, Ohio, right? Because that fucking blade's spinning so fast.
Oh yeah, it's sharp
And
as hell.
so
Man, it's just
sharp.
Spinning razor blade.
it's just one of those things that give me the cringe every time I think about it.
Done. And it's all it took,
You ever seen the movie The Wrestler?
I have not.
yeah.
he works in a grocery store deli thing, and they show him pushing the meat on that damn slicer, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen." I'm watching it, and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden it happens. You're like, "Oh my God!"
When we usually cut ourselves? Well, most of the injuries happen in the deli. At the end of the night, and we're cleaning those machines.
Trying to clean the machines.
I told them I'll clean them all. I says I'm going to clean them all except for 2. And they're like, "Why except for 2?" I go, the cheese took half the night to fucking clean. It just It just did. It sucked getting off the fucking blade, and it was terrible, and off the guide thingy and all that. It sucked. But we used to get most of our cuts from when we're cleaning it, and we'll do this. We'll be washing, and you're doing this, and all of a sudden you went zing into a blade that's not even spinning, and now you got like 9 stitches in your pinky
Right.
because you just went zap. You know.
You know they got a guard that you're supposed to screw on the side of that thing before you clean. Just saying.
No, we just did it. No, because
We ain't got time for that shit. We're trying to get out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to get out by 9. Out by 9, drinking by 9:05. What are you kidding me? No.
I watched a documentary about the beef industry, and they had a section of it where this guy had all these antique meat slicers. He's a professional, collects them and all that. He cut his damn finger on film. So yeah, the blades are pretty sharp. Oh, damn it.
Stevie, who's the hunter on what the hell's the name of the channel? He shot with a bow. He shot a was it a red stag? Anywho, he shot a deer. Okay, let's just, for argument's sake, because I suck tonight, he shot a deer with a bow. He went to fucking cut the windpipe. Wasn't the windpipe he cut?
Oh Lord!
He comes out, not knowing anything. Stevie, he's cleaning it and all of a sudden, he went, and that's when the camera stopped. And then he came back, all wrapped up, and said, "Folks, I didn't show the rest of that video, blah, 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 blah." And he says, when you're cutting the esophagus out of a deer, he says, please do it this way. And he used like a piece of rope as a example. And he said, take it like this, pull down, take the flat end of your knife. So he kind of went like this, right? He says, make sure that's on your finger. He goes, raise that thing 1.5 inches, 2 inches, then cut. Now you know you're not going to do this. And he shows his fucking bandaged finger. Dude, he took it right off from here up.
Wow.
Hey, I know a guy that shot a deer in gun season, and when he was field dressing it, he reached up into, to pull out the lungs and everything.
Yep.
Stuck his hand right up in and got sliced by a broadhead that was inside the deer that didn't kill it from bow season. Yep, like a part of an arrow broken off in the damn deer. Stuck his hand right up into a broadhead.
I've found a few broadheads in deer. You gotta be careful.
I'm out, guys. I'm going to bed.
All right.
Good night.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good night.
Night, Shalisa. Good night,
Stay
man.
safe.
Good night, Shalitha.
Night, Susie, everyone. Bye.
I need to apologize to Steve and Dish and Gunpowder because I got bamboozled. Posted some fake shit the other day. I usually don't.
That's okay.
I usually don't do that. You know me. I jumped the gun before I did my research.
That's cool. It looked like him to me.
What did you do? What did you do? Get Facebook jail again?
I just shared a picture with these yahoos that I call friends.
I think I saw that photo, didn't I? Did I like that photo?
This was something. This was inside.
Oh, I thought you meant on Facebook. Sorry.
Yeah, and it was a picture of like the Texas school shooter or whatever that's supposed to have been the.
So you know, one of those.
Supposed to have been the transgender, whatever, and it turned out that wasn't a real story or something. So.
Now what they did is that is some woman in a tranny from Georgia, and somebody started a rumor that was the guy from Texas.
Right.
With
So here's why I absolutely.
And it was started by an extreme right wing group or whatever right wing website.
So some jackass at the city next door to me. It's called Lowell, Mass, and it's a major city. It's got like 11,000 people living in it. And at their high school, at their public high school, because you gotta be a copycat, right? Some fucking nitwit walking the hall trying to get in it. My daughter's boyfriend, his mom's a teacher over there, and decided, you know what I think I'll do today? I think I'll put a ski mask on, and then we're gonna go try to get into class. They had the school officer, security, whatever you want to call him, another teacher, and the cops yelling at the teacher to stay back. He goes, he ain't got a gun. He's just some idiot being a fucking total asshole. Then I'm gonna kick his ass. Something along those lines, like he was just.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Right.
see any updates from all that today?
They never caught him though. They never caught this kid. The kid went out the fucking side door and gone into the city. He went. Takes all kinds.
Have you guys been keeping up on it at all or anything? Or
I
a
haven't
little
watched.
bit.
I haven't watched 10 seconds of it. I won't. I refuse to.
yeah, well, today they had a press conference or whatever, and they came out and said that they made a mistake. That it was a bad mistake. The chief of police was the one that made the decision that he didn't think it was an active shooter anymore, that it was a barricade situation. That's why they didn't enter, because they thought it was barricaded and not an active shooter.
Well, the story I heard on that, they were saying that they didn't have the proper equipment to break through the door.
Right. Well, I mean, they didn't have the proper equipment that they wanted for a barricade situation, because they deemed it wasn't an active shooter anymore. It was a barricade situation. So
Yeah,
they
barricaded with a bunch of fucking fourth graders.
so they changed their tactics, and it was the wrong decision.
But no
It's
heads are
definitely
gonna roll
the
for
wrong
that.
decision. So
No heads will roll for that. You watch.
I don't know. The chief of police. It's a smaller town. The chief of police there's the chief of police, 4 officers, 1 detective, and one school resource officer or something. That's the entire department of that area.
No problem in the rural areas.
Other offices responded, such as Border Patrol, Texas Rangers, Texas
Right.
State Police, whatever. Other sheriff's office, they've all responded, but the actual police that was on the scene first or whatever was the local small town, police office or police department. But yeah, he was not at the press conference, and they're like, why isn't the police chief here? Why can't we? They're like, no one can contact him. We can't find him. We can't get in touch with him for a comment. Yeah, this dude's he's going to end up offing himself or being charged, or something's going to happen with him for sure, because he made the wrong decision.
Well, I was a fairly reliable news source said after the kid wrecked his truck, he was outside shooting for 10 or 12 minutes at a place across the street.
At a funeral home.
Yeah, a funeral home.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
And then ran into the school.
Then ran into school. And then
In a side door of the school, right? So
could you imagine the teacher?
Unlocked.
Teacher not just unlocked, but propped open, because a teacher went out to her car because she forgot her phone. So she propped the door open.
So stop there. Okay, because here's what I'm trying to figure out. Every fucking school I go to around here, it's Fort Knox. So now that you said the teacher propped it open, okay, and I'm not lying to you, but I don't want want anybody yelling at me, but all right. So if that's correct, and a faculty member decided that they forgot something and they did that, pardon the pun, heads are gonna fucking roll.
Right. Well, could you imagine trying to live with yourself after that, though? Could you imagine being the person that propped the door open to run out to your car because you didn't want to take the time to get your keys? You just
why
wanted
would it's like it? Here's the problem. They're not thinking about it like you're a jewelry store owner. You're a jewelry store owner. You're gonna run out to your car. Are you gonna leave your doors open?
No. But it's
Okay.
just children. But it's just other people's kids, so it's really not that big of a deal, right?
Dude, look, we're human beings. We make mistakes, but when you're in a locked building, and you know why you have to be in a locked building, because your state. It's not the first time Texas ever saw a fucking school shooting. Okay. Well, technically, it wasn't a school, but it was kids shot in a school. Okay. So, but it's not their first rodeo.
Right.
Okay. So, therefore, every single solitary teacher in the state of fucking Texas, if their fucking doors are locked, it's for a fucking reason. That means keep the fucking thing locked. So, yeah, there is no mistakes. They're not allowed to make mistakes when it comes to doors.
When it comes to kids.
Yeah.
Well, just like you said, if it was a jewelry store, you'd lock the door. But if it,
Goddamn right.
if it was a jewelry store or bank, it'd probably also have an armed guard.
Yes.
So we value jewelry and money more than we do our own children in this country.
Well, the yahoos will tell you, "Oh, I don't want you to scared." Now, see, the problem is that our quote unquote resource officer, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're Drake police and they carry a fucking gun. So, but there's one of them. That's it. It's only one guy.
Right. We have one in like each school here.
Okay, but this one guy, because we have the Drake High School, we have a junior high. Oh, all right, sorry, I'll be politically correct. Middle school. Okay, we have two elementary schools in a complex, and he does all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, they have other offices that do the other schools around town.
Yeah.
Okay,
But he bounces within that district.
within that, and you're talking maybe it's a quarter mile if he has to do a loop. You know what I'm saying?
But still, if he's a quarter mile away, he's a quarter mile away.
I got you.
Something happens at the school, yeah.
But my point is that guess what? I will go down to Drake High on Tuesday morning. I will try every single solitary door. Not even the dock door for when they bring in the food and all that crap. Not even that door will be open. Not even when you do a delivery, you got to ring the bell. They
All
ring
right.
the bell. You're on the camera. They come out. They open the thing. Off you go.
Yeah.
We're going to transition this right into Conspiracy Corner.
No, we're
Are you
not.
ready?
No, we're not.
We are. This is our new segment. We're going to do it every week. Conspiracy Corner.
Wait till I go out. I gotta go. Listen, I gotta go have a smoke, take a leak, and have a Pepsi. Can you hang on to your conspiracy theory till I come back?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Oh,
And remember, this is just, well, I'm not saying it's just for fun, because this is not a subject that you make fun of.
fun.
But it's just, pulling shit out of our ass as in conspiracy, and what we're going to talk about. So
Well, just because you post strange pictures.
yeah, I put strange pictures.
I check my resources, just saying.
Well, I normally do, man, but I just think I got overwhelmed with that day, and I seen that picture.
He fell for the clickbait.
Yeah, I did because I kept seeing it over and over again.
Well,
And
I shared that picture with the family room I have with my daughters, and my youngest daughter goes, "No, that's not the person. That's a lady from Georgia." So I had to research it. Sure enough, whoops.
And like I said, it was a far right wing conservative website that started that shit, and that's what pisses me off about all these fucking right wing websites. They do this shit every time.
Yeah.
And I'm the first one to call them out for their bullshit. you know. But this time, I fell for it.
Yeah, it is bullshit because it gives other conservatives a bad name.
Yeah, but it's not like I shared it on my social media and stuff. I shared it privately between us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, so we were his guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Basically. Kind of like all the nude pictures he posts. Oh, sorry, I said I wouldn't tell. Hold on, I need snacks. I'll be right back.
All right. Snacks.
Snack.
What you drinking, Dish?
Just water tonight.
Oh, it looked like lemonade. I was like,
Oh no, but that sounds good.
"Fuck yeah, it does." I had a big old glass of lemonade the other day at work, and I was like, "Man, that was some good shit." I went back to get more. Went back to the break room, and it was all gone. It was just an empty jug in the trash. I was like, "Damn, these fuckers!" And I've been wanting lemonade ever since. If you don't get something as soon as it gets set out, you ain't getting it.
Right.
I work.
Yeah, I grew up in a big family.
Big bird.
But if you walk in and it's still sitting there, you know it tastes like shit or nobody liked it because it's like, oh look, it's a pumpkin roll. It's like, yeah, it's
Pumpkin roll.
you know it's 4 noon. That pumpkin roll, it's no good.
I only?
It-
Wow, then I guess I don't make pumpkin roll then. I'll make pumpkin roll.
Last time I had some good lemonade, they sat there and was bragging about the lemonade of, oh man, it's the best lemonade you'll ever taste. Motherfuckers put Everclear in it. I mean, it was good, but damn it, let me know that there's alcohol in it first. I might have shit to do that day.
Thank God it wasn't tequila because you would have had that normal allergic reaction to it.
No, that's whiskey and moonshine. Tequila
Oh.
just makes the clothes fall off. Moonshine, I would swell up for 9 months, and then a fornication trophy would appear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night, HRM.
Good night, HRM.
Sleep peaceful, bro.
Good night, John boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Ooh, Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen did Penthouse. I just found that out.
Did she really?
Yeah, I clicked on one of those "Where Are They Now" stupid things on Facebook or whatever because
Yeah.
and it went through each actor, and of course, like, where are they now? I'm like, well, shit, like 10 of the 12 of them are probably dead at this point, right?
Right.
Yeah, but now I gotta look.
Grandpa, the old man, and all that stuff. But then, yeah, that's what really killed her career was when she decided to do that.
Well, speaking of killed,
Kind of kicked that wholesome thing right out the window, huh?
Right.
speaking of killed, thoughts and prayers to Ray Liotta. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Shit, yeah.
What?
Ray Liotta died.
Are
in
you
his sleep.
serious?
Yeah,
Died
he
in his sleep.
Damn.
67 years old.
Damn.
You sleep.
I hope
So
he got
they
laid
say.
right before. Sometimes I think we're not on there, and sometimes I just say. So,
What are you doing, Karen? What are you doing, Karen? That's all we had. That's one of the best movies ever, man. When she does, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
All strung out on fucking drugs and shit.
and then he got big. He did that. What the fuck was it? A movie or a show I saw him in? And his face was fatter than mine. He was.
Recently,
Yeah, he did a.
man, he did that movie Copland. All those guys that did Cop. Have you ever seen Copland?
Yes.
I don't think I have. It doesn't
Dude,
ring a
you
bell.
have to see Copland. Stallone made that movie and like decide. I mean, he wasn't like his budget was like super low, and all these guys decided to do this movie like for fucking free, just because they all liked the writing and the plot and everything so much. It had Ray Liotta, and it had oh, who's the redheaded dude? Has the fucking looking weird cat? Oh, Michael Rappaport. It had it's
Oh,
got
the little whiner cop guy.
yeah, fucking the dude from Terminator 2. Robert Patrick's in it.
I guess I'm gonna have to watch
Robert
it.
De Niro. I mean, it's got a fucking all-star cast, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a great movie, dude. You got to watch Copland. It's about a town like on the other side of the river from New York and New Jersey or whatever, that basically the truck is truck, but it's all cops from New York City that live there. And then like Stallone could never Stallone
was-
couldn't get as a New York City cop because he had like a hearing problem because
He was deaf.
Yes, deaf. Yeah.
I saw that movie. Okay, all right, I got you. I saw it. Yep.
Great ass movie.
Thank you.
Great movie.
Yep.
All right. Are we ready to go into conspiracy corner, people?
Oh, he wants to do the conspiracy theory on Mikey D. And thank God I have a concussion so I can forget half of what the fuck you're gonna about to tell.
Okay. Now, like I said right before you were leaving, this is no laughing matter. We're not making fun of anything.
No, we are
But
not.
we're doing this for fun. First of all, like we said, why was that door unlocked? Okay. We know that a teacher supposedly forgot something in her car, left it propped open. Perfect timing. He hopped the fence, jumped in, ran right into the building. The first reports that police went with and actually said in a press conference that he was engaged by a school resource officer. Today we find out the school resource officer wasn't even on the scene. He wasn't even there that day.
Wow.
So we find that out. We got the open door. We got,
Thanks, Stump.
all kind, a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. We got cops not going in, and the reason why they thought it was a barricade situation, they were out in the hallway for 40 minutes, and then they're arresting parents trying to get in.
But
Outside.
certain cops in the crowd were going in to get their own kids out.
Excuse me. Judge Ohio, I have a question for you.
Calm, Judge Judy. It's funny.
Judge Judy. I have no question that maybe they didn't know if it was a barricade situation or a hostage situation, because it's got to be confusing. Okay, I would believe that. I'm not being a jerk. I'm being dead ball serious. I would believe that in 1986 when I was a senior in high school. You know why I don't believe that in 2022? Because every fucking teacher, every fucking janitor, every fucking lunch lady, and everybody else has a goddamn cell phone in their pocket, and you can't sit here and tell me that somebody didn't call and say, "There's a guy in here and he's shooting fucking children."
Multiple cell phone calls to 911 from students and teachers. They got them all recorded. They put the timeline out.
So that's not a barricade situation. It's a situation with get your ass in there and take the fucking and save some lives.
Understand? And then you got these, like Steve said, apparently there's some officers that were outside that went in because their kids were in there. I don't know. I've heard both reports on that that was true and it was false, but I don't know. But
sorry, I got pissed off.
Coming into conspiracy part of this.
Go ahead.
Here's the open door is one thing. It just is like it's too convenient. It's just too convenient that the door just happened to be open at this fucking time when this dude comes flying up in his truck and he wrecks his truck in the fucking ditch. No one's chasing him. Why the fuck's he wrecking his truck? He engages with the funeral home people across the street for like 10 minutes, shooting at them before he goes to the school. And no one hears these fucking gunshots and decides to lock the school down. What the fuck, people? Come on.
And
Here's the big
Okay,
part.
so you hear the
Go ahead.
gunshots at the funeral home, and you think that's the perfect fucking opportunity to prop a door open and go get your fucking cell phone?
Right.
didn't he shoot his grandmother first?
Apparently,
Yeah.
yes. But
So he
she's
shoots his grandmother. I don't know the distance away from the school that they lived. Shoots the grandmother. Nobody heard that gunshot.
It's not far down the road.
Okay, thank you, Stevie. So shoots the grandmother. I mean, maybe it was in the house. Nobody heard it. Fine. Goes across the street, shooting. Nobody hears that.
Yeah, no shit. In a small town.
Come on. It's just
and here's where I personally want an evidence trail. I want to see documents. I want to see pay stubs, something. I want something. Because how does an 18-year-old unemployed living with your grandma afford 2 Daniel Defense rifles at $1,800 with top rate fucking optics and thousands of dollars worth of body armor?
well, that's the oldest question of the, that's like, you drive to the fucking hood and, they can't afford their rent, but they got the $200 fucking sneakers. They got a Mr. T starter kit. They got fucking $9,000 rims on all 4 fucking tires on the fucking Chevy.
I want to follow the money. Where's the money? Where'd it come from? How to, because now they're saying that he tried to get his sister to help him buy the guns, and she absolutely refused. So where did this money come from? He had people
Did he steal it from the grandmother?
Who knows? That's what I want to know. But there was people online that he was in chats room with that went back months that was talking about shooting up a school and shit. That he made posts on Facebook and Instagram. If I say Joe Biden is a fucking idiot and write something on Facebook, my fucking post gets taken down immediately and I get fucking put in Facebook jail. But you can talk about this other shit and it doesn't hit any red flags or anything.
Right. Because you made fun of the president. You're only about to shoot kids. You made fun of the president.
But damn,
what's the matter with you?
But I really want
agenda.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's my conspiracy corner, and I would hate. I've had people say, "Dude, you really think government would do that?" I would like to think no, but I can't at this point because of some of the other crazy shit they've done. I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but damn, man.
I want somebody to do homework for me because I want somebody to figure out since Columbine, okay, up until today, take all the school shootings, right? Then I want to figure out who was president at the time and what was their
stance on gun control and shit.
I
can say real quick.
Whether they're Democratic or Republican.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. How Russia only invades when there's a Democratic president in our house.
I mean, you can probably run through the list real quick of major shootings and look at it and say mostly Democratic presidents, but Virginia Tech, I think George Bush was president during Virginia Tech shooting.
I think he was too.
I don't think it has much to do with the president. It has this group of people that has a goal to disarming America. I think will stop at nothing, and it doesn't matter who the freaking president is.
Right. But,
yeah, it doesn't help that we have neighboring fucking Canada who doesn't allow like Jay Watt and Trevor said earlier, they don't have guns, but if you ask them, I don't even know if 2 of them saw it in the news, but I did, so I saw it down here. One because it was a Boston kid, 2 drive-by shootings, but they don't have guns in Canada.
Yeah. Well, most of our our biggest deaths by firearms come from the states and the cities with the strictest rules.
Yes. Because nobody has a gun to fight back.
Right. That's exactly why. But
And bad people, or God forbid, disturbed people don't follow the rules.
And why do these disturbed people go to these schools? Because
Because-
nobody's carrying a fucking gun. That's why.
and they
Right.
always
Target.
it's not their fault. It's the neighboring states and cities that don't have strict gun laws that allow people to buy these guns in Indiana and bring them to Chicago. That's the problem. Is other states? You hear that argument?
Give me-
The
Give me one
Exactly.
sec.
Yeah,
Dirk
that's
argument.
more
Give
BS.
Give me one sec.
What they're trying to do, so the government doesn't look like the dictatorship, they're trying to get the people to vote guns away. Is
Yeah.
what they're trying to do. That way, the government says, "Well, we never did that."
We didn't do that. That's what the majority of the people of the population decided.
They're
But-
already starting to use that word.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I heard several
Sure.
broadcasts today of
Some
anti-gun people.
Americans agree that we need background checks. 80% of
Yeah.
Americans agree that we should have assault weapons banned. 80% of Americans agree that, you know, this and this. Yeah, bullshit. It's all
the new approach.
give me
But-
give me one
Go ahead.
second, real quick. Jay Warson said, "Wait until all the info comes out about the former federal official that was in contact with the Buffalo suspect."
Yes, I heard about that. FBI agents were talking to him in like online rooms for weeks, I guess.
Listen, it's just sucks. I'm sorry,
No.
I can't.
Here's another part of that conspiracy that I have, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at something else that they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of these high capacity magazines. Did you see how many magazines on the news on this guy? How many magazines they found? They found 3 on him, 6 in this room, 7 in the hallway, 8 in this hallway, 9 in this classroom.
Yeah,
all the
apparently,
magazines. 31 more in a backpack outside that he left outside, staged it outside. 31 magazines.
apparently he was a horrible shot. Thank
Well,
God.
Did he
Not for nothing though, Ohio.
just to push the? Why did he have so many magazines? He didn't need that
Right.
many magazines. Blah blah blah. Here comes the magazine ban.
Right,
Here-
but here's
Magazine ban, people. So I'm telling
here-
you.
the thing about the magazine ban, though. I think it's, because I think they think that they're gonna save lives. So instead of having, 50 or whatever, no limit,
Load them once, you got to
down
reload.
to 10.
gun.
So and I said this before about the Colorado shooting in the theater, right? At the movies, whatever the hell you want to call it, right?
He didn't have big mag.
I can't do it, but my brother can, and I'm quite sure you guys can. All right, but so Massachusetts law is 10 to a clip. Sorry, 10 to a clipazine. Okay, 10 rounds to a clipazine in the state of Massachusetts. Okay, now I have a belt on with 50 fucking clipazines on it. Okay, all right. How fast does it take to drop a mag and put one in?
That's the second.
Then what the fuck difference does it make whether it's fucking 20? What are you gonna put it down a fucking one round in a fucking gun?
Right.
It's kind of like okay, so you want to do that, fine. So now these knuckleheads, and by the way, I go back to Columbine because that was your first one, right?
Well,
Everybody else is just a fucking copycat. I'm sorry.
Columbine really wasn't the first one. I mean, don't forget there was the Stockton schoolyard shooting back in the
Okay.
80s.
Right, but I mean, okay, you got me. But I'm talking about in school, right? They went into the school. That Stockyard was more of a drive-by, correct?
No, I mean he just walked onto the playground during recess and started shooting them.
Okay, so my bad. But you get my point, right? Everybody else is just a copycat. They're deranged, sick individuals that want to go out and have their name remembered. This is why when it came, you ready? Jay Watt's going to love this. This is why I call the 2 idiots in Boston Gilligan and Speed Bump. even if I could pronounce their first names, even if their name was John and Ed Smith, I wouldn't use John and Ed Smith. I would
Right.
say Speed Bump and Gilligan, because I think when you give the person, you keep throwing their name out there,
Yeah,
he
fame.
lives forever. Fuck him. Don't use their name. Call him jackass. Call him murderer. Call him anything you want. Don't use their names. Do something to
You know, I think-
decline these.
I think that actually is starting to happen, Mikey, because I honestly could not tell you the name of the name of the Buffalo shooter. I couldn't tell you his name. I think they did a pretty good job of not reporting it as much as they like we all know Adam Lanza was the Sandy Hook shooter, and that's and they really pushed his name everywhere. This kid, I know it's a Salvador Sanchez something.
I don't. You know what? Don't even get to know.
I know it. I know it's Santiago. I don't know if it's something like that, but I don't 100% know for a fact what his name meant.
Want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Go right ahead.
Why are they giving billions of dollars to the Ukraine and not investing in mental health to help these people?
Or baby formula, but go ahead.
Yeah. Why are they? This was another kid supposedly that grew up bullied. His mother was a drug addict, living with his grandmother. The house was filthy, disgusting.
So he had mental issues.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Well, see, I've heard that they're reporting that they don't know. They said that there was no known mental issues at all.
Yeah, because he was never helped or put into a clinic or kept over, the weekend for observation.
Jay Watt said, look at the pics of the truck, specifically the driver's side. How did the tires? Hang on.
$50,000 truck too.
Hang on. How did the tires end up like that without leaving marks on the ground, or they're being damaged to the brush/plants next to the truck? Jay Watt, I wish I had an answer for you, bro. Guess what? I don't.
What were they like, whacked sideways and stuff? I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I really haven't paid attention to the truck that much, but except for that, it's a nice, expensive truck. And where do you get the money for that shit?
Well, what truck isn't?
It's like looks like a 4-wheel drive crew cab full size truck.
They said it was his grandma's, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay.
My grandma drives an awesome monster truck like that.
I just listen.
And a Harley.
Every single one of these incidents that happen,
right?
We always have conspiracies on everything,
right? And it's
not all conspiracies are conspiracies. Sometimes there's, what they turn out to be? The fucking truth.
Hey MCK.
Hey MCK.
The other thing with these mag bands, right? Okay, so instead of you're gonna ban, you're gonna go down and be like fucking, Massachusetts and go to 10. Okay. So now these idiots are gonna walk out and say, I can't have a 20-round clip anymore. Or a 30-round clip anymore. So I think I'm going to go get my semi-automatic Mossberg and put buckshot in it so I can kill more people at the same time. What fucking difference does it make?
What criminal is going to say, oh, they outlawed 30-round mags. I better throw all mine in the trash.
Exactly.
Or you can be like the one Democratic politician lady who thought that if we ban this new sale of 30-round or high-capacity magazines, whatever they want to call it, standard capacity magazine, if they ban the sale of those, eventually
they'd use them all up.
They would use them all up because she thought that once you used them once, they were done.
Wow.
I mean, I have no problem. Even if this kid's never been arrested, I have no problem not giving that kid because if he has if he has known mental issues, I'm sorry. All my 2A friends are gonna fucking get mad at me, but I don't care. If he has proven mental issues, no, he doesn't deserve to have a gun license. Sorry, just the way life is.
Yeah, well,
It's right on the
Um,
form you fill out.
that's
Okay.
that's another issue, though. You know,
I'm just saying. A lot
I
of
mean,
people, but Mike, I go, no, fuck that. Sorry, you don't deserve to have one.
well, the issue is that the information that needs to be in the next check is not getting in the next check because it's protected information.
From HIPAA or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Gerald B saying, where in the hell did he get all the ammo?
It was hard to find, right?
I forget how many rounds they said he had, but
It's just, I guess I don't understand. Look, nobody wants to see these things happen, obviously. Okay, but
I'll be right back.
What do you think doing banning certain guns or banning certain amounts of ammo you're allowed to have in a clipazine, right? I don't get where they think that's going to end, because here's the thing. You ready? It's still 1986 because apparently I can still get cocaine. You can't stop drugs,
Right.
but somehow you have the formula that not one criminal is going to ever own a gun. Because if you have all these gun laws and you have all these things, criminals can't have guns. Because you know what? A criminal's not going to break in. He's not going to, break into a gun store. He's not going to buy a gun on the black market like you do drugs. He's not going to do any of this stuff, right? He's going to say, oh, poo, the United States just said I can't do this. I guess I'm going to have to move to Canada.
Or now I can build a pipe bomb and just toss it into the
Right.
pipe bomb.
I mean, exactly, MCK. You do not legislate evil away. Okay? I just don't get it. You can't get rid of drugs, and you think you're going to get rid of guns?
Right.
It's like peanut butter and jelly.
The last time they had a gun buyback in Detroit, I remember driving by it, and that line must have been 300 people deep with the dude had red bandanas on and blue bandanas just turning the shit in. It was unbelievable.
And I get a kick out of those buyback things, right? I think we had one here in Boston a while back.
Yeah, they ended up with more BB guns than guns.
I get a kick out of the I get a kick out of the buyback. Buyback because I bought it off of you.
hey, I'll tell you what, though.
We won't ask questions. You bring your gun down. Really?
I was at work the day after this happened. Guy walks in, hits the button. I push my little intercom. I say, "Can I help you?" He says, "Yeah, I got a gun here I want to turn in." I said, "Okay, I'll be right with you." I go over to the window. He's like, I have a gun in my car that I want to turn in. And I said, "Okay. Did you find it?" A lot of people find old guns in like their grandparents' attic or shit like that, and they just don't want them. They want to get rid of them. And he goes, "No," he goes, "I built it." And I'm like, "Oh." I'm thinking to myself, okay, what does Yahoo build, right? He goes, "No, I built it. It was my first build. And I just don't need it anymore." He's like, "This is a pretty nice town." He moved from the city to the suburb. He said, "It's a pretty nice area. It's safe. I feel safe here. I don't think I need it." And it was my first build, so it doesn't have a serial number on it. So therefore, I really can't sell it, which was just kind of true. You can't sell your personal made guns because they don't have serial numbers.
At least he knew that.
Yeah. And he said, "So I just want to turn it in." He's like, "Besides," he's like, "it would just make me feel better not to have this around." And, because I have neighbor kids and stuff like that, and I don't want to be responsible for something that they You know, and he said it, and I just kind of looked at him like, okay, because he's like, I don't want to be responsible if the neighbor kids like break into my house and find my gun.
Right.
And I'm like, okay,
Responsible gun owner.
you know, well, no, it's not really a responsible gun owner because he was a responsible gun owner, he would keep it locked up. But
Well, certain states you don't have to do that. But go ahead.
he's talking about his neighbor kids breaking into his house. So maybe they should be held responsible for their actions too. But anyway, that didn't happen.
Oh,
So,
no.
and he goes, it's in the vehicle if you want, you know. And I said, okay. So I got all of his information. I filed the correct paperwork that we were taking in a gun. I go out, and it's a. I said, it's a handgun or a long gun? He said it was a handgun, and it was an 80%er. It was an 80% lower, a polymer 80 with a Glock slide on it, and of course, the Glock slide has a serial number on it, so it's just the top slide, you know. This thing had like Trijicon night sights on it, a salient Glock extended, you know, the barrel with the threaded barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing was fucking beautiful, and it was like a race gun.
And it burned in the incinerator, didn't it?
No, not yet. No, but it got turned into the armory. We have an armory that everything back there. And what sucks is when you walk in the armory, you're just like, what?
Right.
What we do actually though is we like once a year, we have to tag everything and anything that goes in our armory. Like sometimes it's evidence that people will get back, you know, or it's a stolen gun that we get that, you know, once we find the, you know, like if we find a gun on somebody and it comes back stolen, but it's stolen out of like Cincinnati, you know, so we contact Cincinnati contacts the owner. A lot of times the owner is like, oh, okay, I'll come pick it up, you know, and they fill out the proper paperwork to come pick up their firearm. A lot of times if they're in another state or a pretty far drive away, a lot of times they'll be like, I don't want the gun anymore because, you know, it's tainted. Somebody stole it. It was used in a crime, whatever. Some people just say, I don't want it. So everything gets marked and we keep track of everything. And then we actually will sell those to an FFL for like the highest bidder, and then use that money for other things for our armory, such as ammunition, or if we want to trade those guns in on guns for the department.
So we had a kid that we worked with. He didn't get arrested for domestic, but they came to the house on a domestic. So they took the gun out of the house, right? Now he's never charged. You know, he had to fill out the card, right? Because it's the first time they came to the house, so they fill out the card. But he left just to be on the right. He told the officers, "I'm leaving anyway." He says, "Okay, it's a great move." Blah 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 blah. All right. The officer says, "Is the guns in the house?" He says, "Yes." He's, "I need to take that." He says, "Why?" He's, "I'm not being arrested for anything." He says, "You shouldn't." He says, "You'll get it back." For a year, he went and kept trying to get this gun back, kept trying to get this gun back, kept trying to get this gun back.
It's court order, didn't it?
They sent him a letter stating that, you know, they have, you know, early on, they sent him a letter. We have blah, 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 blah. Some, you know, rigmarole on why they have his gun and this, that, and the other thing. And you have to wait X amount, blah, 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 blah. He waited his time. He went down to the police station, took the letter in hand, went to the police station, said, "Okay, read that letter." They read the letter. He says, "I want my gun back." "We don't have your gun." He says, "Is this letterhead from this town?" "Yep." "Is this the police department from this town?" "Yep." "Where's my gun?" "We don't have it." Sued the city, and he won.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they stole his property.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did. They called it stolen property. Apparently, I don't know. I wasn't at court when or anything like that, but apparently the judge who heard the case apparently lit up the chief of police, the firearms. See, I don't know where you guys live, but sometimes around here, like the chief of police signs off on it, but he'll put somebody in charge of all the licensing and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's usually the sergeant around here, and they'll put
work and then puts it on the chief's desk. The chief signs it, and then it's done.
Right, exactly. So apparently he walked up the chief's ass, he walked up that guy's ass, and then he says, "Why didn't you have an answer for this man?" And apparently the judge just walked all over them.
Good vote for that guy.
Yeah, and he said to the kid I used to work with, he goes, "Young man, on behalf of the city of Woburn, I want to apologize." And he says, you know, and then he does this thing, favor you, blah blah blah, and he sued the city.
Wow.
You know.
Now we have a separate storage area for. A lot of times we get guns that we take. It's a confiscation. We confiscate
that you're supposed to hold for 1 year. But go ahead.
Not even that. Not even that. These are
right.
these are guns like if Steve was in an accident and he had his concealed carry on him, or it was in his glove box.
Okay, yeah.
We take that gun for safe handling, and then the next day he gets out of the hospital and he says, "Hey, I was in an accident last night, and you guys took my gun out of a glove box." And, yep. Here, let me see your ID. It matches our paperwork. Here's your gun. And it's a simple process. There's no you are who you say you are. You were in the accident last night. Here's your gun back. Or if mostly it's accidents. Most of the guns in that gun locker are from car accidents where they had the gun in their car and they were transported to the hospital. I would say 90% of those guns are that. Some of them are I would say, God, less than 5% are situations that someone found a gun or something like that. You know what I mean? Like we found a gun, we know it belongs to this guy, but it was left unattended at a party or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you can't prove that it is a crime or anything, but then the guy shows up, "Hey, they had the cops take their gun last night from, my neighbor's house. I left my gun sitting on the table," and stuff, stupid stuff, but
Didn't one of them magnet? Do you guys ever watch the Magnet Fisherman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't one of them guys?
They always say they brought up a gun because it gets views.
Right. But no, this guy did bring up a gun, right? But I guess something about he's a felon, and he got arrested.
Really?
The guy that does the magnet fishing is a felon?
Yeah, and so what happened was
possession of a firearm.
He found believe it or not, he did like a, what do you call it? He found, I guess, cannonball or something, because it's down the south somewhere, okay? And I guess he found a cannonball or whatever, and then, but he found a 9mm, and so he's doing his video, and I guess he calls the cops towards the end, and I guess the cop wanted to know, why didn't you call me when you found it, type thing. And they arrested him. He goes, I'm not in possession of it. I pulled it out of the river. It's sitting on the sidewalk. I am not in possession of it. Something like, I can't find the video. Who the fuck was telling me? But somebody was telling me.
That's one of them deals where they slap you with one of them you thought about keeping it laws, conspiracy law.
I've watched a lot of those videos over the past 2 years, and the one you're describing, Mikey, The exact same thing happened to the T, except for the truth was the reason he was arrested was because he had warrants out of another department, like in another city.
No, I saw that one.
Okay,
I
so
saw that one.
right.
No, yeah, he was in Georgia.
Gerald
Right?
B said that same thing.
Mikey
About the
wasn't he the
warrant.
guy that had a warrant from Cali? No, Ohio. Where were the warrants are out of his home state, right?
Yeah, the warrant was from like a town that was like a next
Yeah,
town
next
over.
county or something. Next, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I want to say that was in
On the
some
bridge.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're talking about the same, but no, this was a different one. This guy had cannonball, and I
Now,
can't find that fucking video because I wanted to share it tonight, and
I've seen them too, where they find guns and they call the cops, and the damn cops come out and act like it's a fucking hassle that that they got to deal with this shit.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They act like it's a hassle, but if they don't report that they found it, then they're in trouble, right? So it's like,
I don't know. Are they in trouble?
I don't know, but some of those guys,
You
you see
have
the guy that found the fucking he found the drills and everything, and
I mean, did you?
like a bucket of tools this guy
I would
found.
trust to say that there's a law that says you have to report a gun if you find one. I mean, because what if you find a gun in a house? Say you buy a house and you're cleaning it out, and you find a box in the attic and it's got 3 or 4 guns in it. Those are your guns. You own that house, and everything in that house belongs to you now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, finders keepers is it's a funny little saying. Finders keepers losers weepers, but possession is what 9/10 of the law. So,
Well, it's like when my stepfather passed, right? He had the Mossberg Jerry Wood, the 16 gauge, and my mother says to my brother, she says, I'm not going to use this. She says, you just want to take this thing? And he goes, yeah, I have to take it. She says, because Michael can't take it. And she's like, well, I was going to give it to him. He goes, no, you can't do that, Mom. I told him, I would have taken it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to shoot it anyway. It don't really matter. Mikey's midstream throwback. Remember Justin Woolley? Who the hell is Justin Woolley?
Justin Woolley killed his mom. Remember he used to hang out on chats and the like Green Dragon and shit?
I don't.
Oh my God.
Why don't I remember him?
He was the guy that was going to he wanted to go out and start a revolution out there at the Bundy farm. He just needed someone to pick him up and give him a ride. I can't believe you don't remember Justin Woolley, dude.
Yeah, good point. Gerald B answered your question for you there, Ohio.
What's that?
Gerald B said, well, what if it's a stolen gun? Then they might want to turn it in because you don't want to get caught with a stolen firearm.
Well, I mean, you could check that yourself. There's a website.
But most people aren't going to know that, correct? Most people that don't know guns aren't going to know.
But if the police come out, say I find a gun, and I call the cops and I say, hey, I found this. I just want to make sure it's not stolen. Is it their job to come out and just check to see if it's stolen, and they run it and they go, no, it's not stolen. Have a good day. Or is it, I'm taking this gun?
Well, now here's the problem, right? Because we have, if you're in the state of Massachusetts, right? I will guarantee you, Ohio. I'm being dead serious. I will guarantee you, in the state of Massachusetts, you find a gun. You move out, new owners move in. Okay. They leave. I don't give a fuck if it's a long gun or not. They leave some gun in the attic, right? I move in, new owner. I'm like, shit. I don't know if that thing's fucking stolen or not. Let's find out. I call the police department, like you're saying. They come out. Nope, it's not stolen. It isn't going to be, okay, thank you, have a good day, I'm going to take my gun back. It's going to be, excuse me, sir, yeah. Do you have a license to carry? No, I don't. I'll be taking that gun now.
Yeah. Or
True.
or you're going to take this gun, and after 100 days, if no one claims it, you can come back and get it. I don't know.
As long as you're properly licensed here, anyways.
I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it's different law in every state. I just don't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like your constitutional carry states. I'm quite sure it is. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. That's something I'm going to find out in the next couple of days if I can.
Mossberg Mod 55. Yep, bolt action shotgun. Mag fed. But I don't know. I just think that they're going way overboard. I think they're going way overboard with gun laws. They're going way overboard with fucking. Although I do agree with some gun laws, they're going way overboard with fishing laws, hunting laws, trapping law. Here's a fucking trap. You guys want a trapping law? You ready for this? In the state of Massachusetts, I can't. Okay, so as a non-resident to the state of New Hampshire, because I live in Massachusetts, I get a non-resident trapping license. I can trap anything I want. Anybody want to raise their hand and find out what's the only animal I am not, as a Massachusetts resident, I am not allowed to trap in the state of New Hampshire?
Mink.
A beaver.
A beaver.
You want to know why? Because Massachusetts doesn't allow New Hampshire fucking residents to fucking trap beaver. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Kiss a match.
It is.
And now you're going to get overrun with beaver, and they'll be whining that the roads are flooded.
Why is my basement flooded?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're not allowed to trap beaver.
Having a seriously overloaded, supply of beaver is not a bad thing sometimes, people.
Yes, Gerald B. In Massachusetts, you need a permit to buy a gun. Yes, you do. It's always going to be like that. Sorry, boss. It's just the way Massachusetts is. Massachusetts, unless let's say the government. I don't see it happening, but let's say that you know how when the government went to the drinking age of 21, right?
Yeah.
And the state of Vermont was the last state in the union. They were the only ones still at 18, and I was 18. That was in 1986. Okay, and then they changed it right after that to 21. Do you know why? Vermont changed it to 21? Because
a bunch of them did.
Because they weren't going to get any more money for their roads. Okay, they weren't going to get any more federal funded anything. Okay. I don't see the rest of the country becoming constitutional carry.
Yeah.
And I don't see. Let's just say they did. Let's just say every other fucking state in the union, other than Mass, Jersey, California, and New York, right? Because those are your 4 or 5 worst, right? Jersey, yeah, New York, Connecticut, all right? Those are your worst, right? And the other 45 states are all constitutional carry. I don't see the federal government saying, hey, you're not going to get any more federal fucking funds if you don't. I don't see that happen.
Well, see, you know what kills me?
Well,
you get a driver's license in Ohio, and that driver's license is good for you to drive in all 50 states.
Yes.
So why isn't my concealed carry good in all 50 states? It's ridiculous.
Because driving is a privilege.
But having a gun is a right, and you get more. You should. You know what I mean? Driving is a privilege.
I used to like the old days, Ohio, when they didn't when the states didn't intertwine with the driving licenses. So if I lost my driver's license in the state of Massachusetts, I could still drive in the other 49. But now you can't do that no more. Some motherfucker got Who'd we lose?
Gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
Well, there's 5 states that don't intertwine.
Is there? I thought all 50 did.
Nope. Michigan's one of them because if we pull somebody over for speeding in Michigan and they got Michigan tagged and they're speeding enough to where it's a mandatory court date, we can take them back to the jail and hold them for bond and make sure they get the bond money or pay their ticket before we can release them.
See,
because
that's weird.
We can't suspend Michigan driver's license from Ohio. It's like Michigan, Georgia. There's 5 of them still.
Well, the New Hampshire and Mass are always fighting against each other, okay? And so New Hampshire, you don't have to have car insurance in New Hampshire. You can drive a vehicle without insurance, and it's not against the law. Okay? They have no plans on changing it. Nothing.
You don't have to be financially responsibility or anything like that?
I'm sure you can lose your house, your land, and anything else you own, but you
states like in Ohio, you don't have to have insurance if you're financially responsible. So if you're a millionaire, you don't have for insurance.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or you're a fucking guy that lives in the gutter. It doesn't matter.
You don't have to. Yeah.
In New Hampshire, you don't need it. Yeah. Here's what Massachusetts said. Massachusetts said, "Oh, you're not going to change." New Hampshire says, "No, we're not going to change." Okay. New Hampshire residents cannot drive in the state of Massachusetts unless they have fucking insurance. And they're like, "What?" Yeah. So you have a New Hampshire plate, you get pulled over. If your vehicle does not have insurance, you will be arrested.
Yeah.
See, in Mass, it used to be I used to be able to have the car insured but not registered, and vice versa, right? It could be registered but not insured. And they used to just write you a ticket, and usually it was a court date. You know, they write you a ticket and say, you know, you're going to get a thing in the mail saying what time you have to come to court, blah, 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 blah. All right? Now they have these little fucking machines that sit on the trunk of the car, and the cruiser can be going one way, and you can be going the other way, and it comes up, you know, black Dodge, unregistered, uninsured. Whoop, and he whips around and goes fucking get you.
Wow.
Swear to God. So I asked the cop one day, because he got me for I goes, dude, it's insured. I says, I'll show you the fucking paperwork. He says, yes, but Massachusetts doesn't recognize just insurance. You have to be registered and insured to drive in Massachusetts. And I said to him, I go, this is so fucked up. I go, the car's insured. If I get hit or I hit somebody, I'm insured.
And then you got these crazy people like up in Michigan that have a no-fault state. So these fuckers up in Michigan will hit you, and then
well, you know those people, those fucking. Look, I can't even do a dish. I can't make a palm.
Right.
And then that's why, and I think that's the whole reason why Michigan drivers are fucking crazy too, is they don't give it.
Oh, you know what I want all you guys to do?
Hey, we'll get there fast, by God.
I want all you guys to come to Massachusetts.
Mikey, hang on real quick.
Drive.
So if Dish pulls out in front of Steve and Steve hits her.
What, in my state?
No, in Michigan.
Okay, if Dish pulls out of a stop sign and nails Stevie.
Right.
Okay.
Nobody's fucking fault. So Dish's insurance pays for her car and Steve's pays for his. And what happens if you're injured? Nothing, right?
If you call a cop, say Dish is moseying down the highway and for no good reason I rear end her, and a cop is called, the guy in the back that did the rear ending, Dish,
Right.
Hey, easy over there, Color. Easy,
We'll get
Color.
a ticket.
Did for uninsured clear distance.
Yeah, you'll get a big fat ticket, and it's a bunch of points on your license too.
But
So the way we do it is the way
responsible.
we.
Are you still responsible for fixing the damage to her vehicle?
Usually they do the thing where my insurance will cover her deductible, and then her insurance pays the rest.
The rest.
So
We
here's how
have
they.
a high deductible in this state, so it's
Here's how-
not as great as you think it is.
Here's how they do it in the state of Massachusetts. First of all, you are always 2% wrong. Unless you're a pedestrian, you're always 2% wrong. Okay? So if you're at a stoplight and some guy's hamming out of his mind and drives through the stoplight and hits you head on, you're 2% fault for being there. It's just.
Yeah.
But if that does happen, first of all, not only do you get to sue their insurance company, and then you can fucking sue him personally. Okay? But in the state of Mass, anything over I think it's $1,000. Anything over $1,000, you have to call a cop. Whether there's personal injury involved or not, you have to call a cop. Well, guess what? Hit a brand new fucking car today and tell me you ain't gonna do $1,000 with a fucking thing this big.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, come on, have a little fender bender. But like, let's say this. Let's say in Massachusetts, we're at a four-way stop sign, and I think it's my turn to go, and I go, and I hit dish in the front quarter panel. Okay,
Yeah, put that on this.
she's not at fault. It doesn't cost her a penny. My insurance pays for her car to get fixed, and then my insurance, I get a thing on my points, okay, and that sticks with me for 6 years.
And they raise your rates.
They raise my rates.
Wink, wink. No, they don't.
The
Right.
fuck they don't. The fuck they don't.
Well,
They raise them on me no matter if I get in the rep or not.
I have so many points. It's gonna take me till I think 60. If I don't get a ticket anymore, I think when I'm 60, they're all gone.
well, I'll tell you guys what. I've saved a lot of money on my insurance by switching to reverse and just driving away.
There you go.
That's what Jay Watt said.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He
Kentucky
did
is a
the sign
no-fault
up to get
state.
another vehicle.
Gunpowder says Kentucky's a no-fault state too. Oh, by the way, Stevie, speaking of Kentucky, that's where. All right, folks. He's from Eastern Kentucky.
Careful, Mike.
Ryan,
You're
all
injured.
y'all. You guys gotta go watch him on YouTube.
Careful, Mike. You got a bruised brain. You might fall backwards off your chair doing that shit.
Yeah, Gerald B. And right, same thing. You have to file an accident report anyways in Mass, but you have to file if it's I'm with you though. I see what you're saying. All right, listen. You know what? Oh my God, it's 10 minutes to 1. And we actually started a little. Did we start early tonight? Or should we start late? It was all your fault.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think so.
I think it was all your fault to begin with.
Right.
Well, I got to blame you. I ain't got to blame myself.
Right.
So, if you guys weren't here in the beginning of the chat, Stevie did say he's going to do a chat tomorrow night, 10-ish Eastern Standard Time. So head over to Stevie's Woodworking, or you can still type in Stalker Steve. It'll take you it'll bring you to the channel if you don't get the notifications like Stevie and I obviously don't get for Trevor Fillmore.
If you're on YouTube, if you're on Pornhub, it won't.
Why is he in Stalker Steve on Pornhub?
Said you
Oh,
wouldn't tell.
sorry,
Whole,
Susie.
whole different line of different videos on that one.
Dude, I'm making like $1,000 a week from an ex I used to know.
Fucking Jay Watt. What a
Prepping.
waste. What a waste. Why hit Dish's quarter panel or bumper? If you're going to smash into Dish, do it from behind. He is fucking unreal.
Have you ever seen
Unreal.
her quarter panel, motherfucker?
Fucking Jay, what? You're the best, bro. You're the best. Listen, all you guys out in the comment section. I know Gunpowder was in here, but now she's out there. Jezzo, J Watt, prepping to endure. Gear Grind 19, my friend. I'm sorry. I know it's early yet. MCK, all of you.
See, does Gear Griden actually own a fucking watch or clock?
I don't know, but Gear works nights now.
He
He's
goes
got
by the work hours.
Yeah.
He's got those crazy hours.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy, though. I think.
You know. But and who else? Wow, Dish, I forgot the name. Remember the Dish, who was that came in? We haven't seen in a long time.
Warren.
Dawson.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Dawson Warner.
Yes.
Yes. We have, and then who else? Was it CC?
CC LePew.
CC LePew. We haven't seen in a while, and that was awesome. That was good to see him. That was awesome. Good CC. I mean, that's been a long time. And HRM showed up and everything too, so that was kind of cool. So listen, we're out of here. All right. Thanks a million, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night on Stevie's chat. All right, you guys.
Right on.
Have a great night.
Bring on the upward ones.